Hey everyone, this is an evening live stream so that we could talk to our US people. And part of the reason why is I wanted to say that I really, really appreciate it when people do such wonderful things for the channel. I'm going to go ahead and pull over to the screen. I hit the wrong buttons. Pull over to the screen what I'm talking about. Here was a Reddit post, and the Reddit post says, "Retired grandfather gaming with Doc makes the greatest Satisfactory tip compilation." So I don't know who Mobile OK 2676 is, but the greatest shout out to him because I really, really appreciate it. He says, "I found this guy on YouTube Shorts a while back, and he recently released a compilation of all his tips." Well, it's not all of my tips. We have several more to put in a compilation in another upcoming compilation, but these are the most useful, succinct, and well-edited guides I've seen for the game. And it's cool to see someone Doc's age. Okay, another age joke. Be a master at a game like this. Can't recommend it enough. That is really, really cool. And you know, I'm already getting a big head, and my head's swelling, and so I continue to read on, and one of them caught me aback because I'm hoping I can find it.
Up a little bit.
Okay.
Up one more.
Above my cursor?
Right there.
Okay. Yeah, here. Sofa King Scientific. I want to watch his stream.
Oh, your name's down.
Okay, I get it, finally. I need to not read these out loud anymore, obviously. Okay. I want to watch streams, but they're at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays. I haven't retired yet, Doc. So he's speaking directly to me, and I'd like to say today I'm listening. Okay? So I'm listening, and we're going to put an evening live stream so that those who have not yet retired and do have time at night and want to see a stream can do so. So kudos to whoever Mobile OK is. I appreciate him. And all those wonderful other names that I better pronounce in my head a few more times before I say them out loud. Okay, so and he's posted a day ago, and then he posted a little bit later too, a day ago. Okay, so he posted a couple times. So that's great. If you're new to a live stream, kudos for being able to come. Caffeinated said, "Woohoo! I'm not missing this stream." Caffeinated has joined us at all hours of the day and night to join when we've been streaming in the mornings. So that's cool that you're able to find us here and join today. So I'm seeing a lot of new faces, new names, Chance, okay, and
Same new
Alchemist, and okay, Paka, somebody, and just in case it's something I shouldn't say. You've got me skittish
I'm
now.
Sorry.
You've got me skittish. Okay.
Somebody got Doc this morning as well, if you guys didn't see that stream.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to resume the game here. Okay. We're back. We have a bunch of stuff on the agenda. We did do the upgrades for Ficsmas this morning. So in the MAM, at this point, we have the holiday event unlocked for the Christmas tree, and we're waiting on the last thing for the Christmas tree. We have to get that tomorrow because it requires a data pack that won't come until tomorrow. So that's a day 4 item.
We haven't made any of those bows yet. Do you want to wait and make the bows tomorrow as well?
Well, I thought we had made the bows. I thought we made the third line
Did
to
we?
take them out of packages and make them a bows. Yeah, I thought we did. So anyway, rewards, you get red and blue Ficsmas ornaments. So you get ornaments to decorate the tree that we've put up on the top of our factory so that we can see it from all over.
Oh yes, Paka Chaka Waka was here in a stream before.
Okay.
I believe it was from a song, if I remember correctly, from an old rock song or something.
That's right. I remember that one. Yes, I do remember that one.
And Chance was here, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gonna learn these names eventually, right?
Stream as it works with his schedule. That's cool.
Oh, good.
All righty. Happy evening for Dilapidated Dreamer, who's a member, and Bro is a member. Thanks for coming. Great. Okay. We're going to talk about car insurance rates for a moment. They're up 9% apparently. They're way too expensive. That's the case. It makes owning a car more and more expensive all the time.
I'm betting that was probably something in your browser.
Okay.
That's fine. This morning we were getting pop-ups for Bitcoin ads.
But I thought the pop-ups stopped when I was playing the game full screen.
Yeah, I think so. I think it only happened when we were looking at the map and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. So, I've got these stators and a bunch of.
And we've seen it live on. Wait, is it full again? Is your depot loader in your inventory full again?
Let's check my inventory. Not yet.
But it may happen.
I got this crazy thing happening where I get a bunch of encased industrial beams, a bunch of stators, and a bunch of rotors, and they keep on appearing here because at one point I dropped them in there and they couldn't upload because the depot was full. And then I took them back out and they just keep on reappearing all the time. So I just throw them in another sink and we sink them away. Make a few coupons on them, but I don't know how long that's going to happen until they fix it, I suppose. Fix it? Okay. Aha. All right. I need to go over here, and I need to put in my alien remains here. Let's interact with it instead.
You could probably find a bunch in the depot as well.
Oh, getting rid of them out of your bags? Okay.
Yeah, if you could pull those out right now, that'd be great.
Yeah, I will do so.
Okay, so this is Chance's first time here. Okay. Oh, it probably was in response to a comment. That's what he meant. Okay.
Okay. Catching it live, but he's made comments and we've responded to the comments. Yes, okay. Very good. So we created, by the way, this hatch here for alien remains. Now, the alien remains are here, but it's a container behind the wall, of course. And once they go into this container, they go out to a smart splitter that separates them by the type of remains they are. And then once they separate them, they send them into their individual assemblers and get created into alien DNA, which immediately goes to a sink and creates a whole bunch of coupons for our pleasure. Okay, maybe call it that, for our pleasure and use. Well, now, do I have to arm myself? Okay.
Would you like to? Which of our many projects do we want to do first?
Oh gosh, we've got radio control unit, supercomputer manifold, fixed copper wire issues for our cable, and pulse obelisk manifold, and slug making, and MAM unlocking spree. We've got a full docket tonight. Let's start with checking what our next milestone should be first. Let's at least get it up on the screen. We're going to unlock nuclear power next, or advanced aluminum production. That gives us the fused modular frame, but we need radio control units. We could do all these.
You could do everything else.
Okay.
It would actually be easier to unlock that than nuclear power, but
okay. And we got leading edge production, which gives us the thermal propulsion rocket, which is an item for phase 4.
Oh, and number 3.
And we need fused. We need fused modular frames for that. I wish we could use the turbo motor. I think the turbo motor also is... No, I'm not quite sure what that thing is up there yet.
We don't have turbo motors yet, do we?
No, we don't. We don't. We might have turbo motors because
Did we
we've
make them?
harvested them, but I don't think we've made them yet.
Oh boy.
And we need turbo motors in order to unlock particle enrichment.
Probably unlocked one of the previous tabs there.
And nuclear power and magnetic field generator is there, and cooling system research. Nope, not there. Leading edge production gets the
There
turbo.
it is. Okay.
There's the turbo motor. And then, of course, particle enrichment here, so we can make all kinds of nasty and dangerous stuff. Oh, copper powder. I'll bet you there's an alternate recipe for copper powder. Ground up copper ingots. I bet you that's for, those 3D printers that use powdered metals.
The laser sintering. SLS printer. Select
Yeah,
laser.
there you go.
There you go.
That would be cool.
Oh, I want those printers so bad.
You want to go advanced aluminum first instead of nuclear power?
Sure.
That way we could get this fused modular frame out of the way anyway, at least. And we wanted to work on a radio control unit line anyway, so maybe that should be our first priority off of our list.
Okay.
Okay.
So Paka Chaka Waka asks, which of you introduced the game to the other?
And what was their first impressions? Robert introduced it to me before I retired by a couple of years anyway. And I retired a year and a half ago, almost. I'm coming up on 2 years now, right? Or is it just last year I retired?
Not sure.
No, I'm coming up on a year and a half now, coming into January, because I retired at the end of June.
Okay.
And he introduced it to me well over a year before. And frankly, I was overwhelmed. He was building things on platforms and putting wires here and there, and he was just putting machines there that I didn't understand what they did. And actually, I was kind of overwhelmed by it. I was impressed enough by it to actually, download it and, buy it. But I didn't do anything with it until I retired, and just had this crazy itch one day to get out of making videos for a tech channel that was just going nowhere. I make $75 a month in advertising.
After
2,000
3 years of work.
Yeah, it has 2,000 subscribers, and it's 4.5 years old now, Robert.
Oh gosh.
It was made at the end of 2019, and we're headed into 2025. So I mean, we're just it was sick. It was a lot of work, and it wasn't going anywhere. So we worked and worked and worked on that, and learned a lot. And then I had this crazy idea. And unbeknownst to my wife, I went ahead and started playing games and created a gaming channel. And I meekly one day confessed that I had created a gaming channel. And she said, "Don't tell anybody."
Yep.
And I'll get to what was my previous career here in a moment. So
I just froze.
I'm going to select my milestone, and you froze. I bet I'll get the error message here in a moment.
Interesting. Okay. Computer didn't freeze. Just my game. Interesting.
Game. Okay. Anyway, so I'm glad your computer didn't freeze. And yes, there's the confirmation that you got kicked out of my game. So come on back. Come on back.
Wow.
Malevolo has left the game, it says. I'm safer without you here.
Okay, fine.
Started beating me with a candy cane. The other thing. Okay, what was my previous career? I worked for Boeing. So in working for Boeing, what floor do we want to do this on? 4th floor? Yeah, the floor below the top.
Do what?
We're going to create a radio control unit manifold.
I think we should put it... Okay, so putting it right next to where we built the Nobelisks this morning, I think would be fine.
And that was on top floor, huh?
Yeah.
Was that on top floor at the end of this?
Chat says the chat also disconnected. Interesting.
Interesting too.
Okay.
Okay.
My
fresh.
so wonky.
And we didn't get any warnings that there was any problem.
Yeah. So.
I just Robert getting kicked. Now, no, we didn't put it on the top floor. We must have put it at the end of this floor.
What?
Are these aren't nobelisks? Where
No, we put it in the new area.
in
New.
the in the new area of? Oh, that's right, across the hallway. Let's go down. This
Yeah,
factory is getting so big. I'm getting to the point of don't know where everything is.
yeah, and Garrett's pictogram wall needs to be updated and fixed from the errors from this morning.
Okay, so here's the other part of our factory, and it is so new that it doesn't even have a roof on it yet. So we're creating all kinds of copper things, and notice pulse nobelisks, not just nobelisks, and they're
Wow, are we already full up?
We're already full up, and I guess you need to see what can be done about that, because three of the machines are still running.
Okay.
But we're all backed up as far as getting it in the depot or getting it in the.
Okay. I do want to hit a couple of questions that were asked. They were
Okay.
said earlier. A Silver Snake, who's been around here, who's been chatting for a little bit, said, "Man, I got to stop watching these late game worlds. It's scaring me from playing my own world."
Oh, okay.
So, I kind of have to say it's funny. I guess we are kind of in the late game,
Yeah,
but I think we're rather about the halfway point, aren't we?
we're in tier 7 out of 9 though.
And they're getting they like doubling complexity with every tier.
Yeah.
So
So it's more mid than end game at this point. But when you get to tier 8, of course, you're starting to do nuclear power and stuff like that. So that's going to get real sophisticated.
yeah,
So we're still working on it.
yep.
But don't get discouraged. I mean, you work up to these things. Okay, watch my tips. Watch the earlier videos. Watch the earlier videos building up to it, and it shows you all the things that I did in order to get things going. Okay,
Yeah.
this massive factory didn't happen in a day, or one episode, or we're what is it, 19 episodes into
Yeah.
doing this, plus several live streams. So it's definitely a work in progress at this point. And in fact, we got to the point where we outgrew this factory and figured we had to do something else. We got drone ports going up on the top, so when we need to drone things in. But anyway, now I need to go ahead and create a bit. So how many?
So I already brought up the stuff to make that other Nobelisk line right there. Man, we're getting another error about not about
There we go.
but about
Yeah,
a bit
I
rate.
just got
So, I think before we jump on to the next one, can we do the Pulse Nobelisk manifold right there? Because the stuff's already up there waiting for you.
Very good.
Okay.
I like pulse nobelisks.
They don't hurt you.
Sure. I mean, if you haven't seen a live stream where Garrett is there, Garrett is called the Second Son. And he, in fact, is the second son when you join our Discord. And Robert will tell you all about joining the Discord because he's the guru on the Discord. But when you join the Discord, he's called the Second Son on the Discord. Robert is what? What's your name on Discord?
Malevolo.
Malevolo. And that's the name he's on. That's the name he plays on Discord on Satisfactory when I'm playing. So that's way cool. Okay, I've got to think and do at the same talk and do at the same time, which I'm just trying hard to be good at. Yeah, that's the wrong side. I want the other one.
The Vengeful Bear says, "Beautiful factory, Doc," and they all seem to kind of agree. I have to say, a lot of this is due to Garrett, the second son, because he's the one who designed our color scheme and put in all the lighting for us and put up the light control panels, and yeah, he spends a lot of time worrying about aesthetics and making them.
He's the artistic type that helps us with that kind of stuff. Now I've got the rock in the way to do the other half of this, so
Yeah.
So that's fine. We'll wrap around it with the other side of the manifold here.
Yeah, and this doesn't need to be a huge manifold anyway.
Do we only want to have... God damn it. I keep hitting that key when I mean to go backwards.
Which key?
It's the 18 key on the pad.
Okay.
I'm missing cable. Who'd have thunk, Robert? I'm missing cable again.
Caffeinated says, Doc, clear out your compass.
Clear out my compass. Okay, what does that mean?
The compass is the bar at the top of your screen. And
Bar at the top.
you see how busy that is?
Yeah. Can you tell what to show, what not to show?
Yes, you can.
Oh, you mean I can tell people not to show all the discarded?
Okay, now that just leads to bad behavior.
Of course it does. Of course it does. So how can you do that?
Yeah, press M to open up your map.
M.
And on the left-hand side, you can tell it not to show entire categories. I'm going to take off your camera for a second so we can actually see what's going on there. And if you click on the compass symbol on any title, it'll just stop showing that entire thing.
Okay.
So like the train stations, I think is good, but like the truck stations, you could probably turn off.
Yeah, I've got too many trucks.
Yeah, and all those truck stations, right here at the main factory is just too much.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Map markers. Dismantle crates. Yay! I can turn them off. I can behave bad all I want.
Yeah, there you go. And you guys can see how many drone ports we've already built. Oof.
Huh, there's a few. Now, we got a few that are unnamed because we haven't actually put some of them in use. They're just kind of placeholders at this point. Okay, very good. So I can go ahead and go click like this, and now I can just see drones and trains flying around. I still see trucks. I still see tractors, so let's go here. Vehicles. Oh, explorers and tractors. I can
So-
turn them off.
I'm wondering. Yeah, I can just check. So
I want to see the drones for a while because I like seeing the drones fly around. Okay.
Yeah. You can turn them off category by category. Is unfortunately all you can do.
I've got to go manually. Build some cable
Okay.
because obviously we need more cable. So I'm going to throw down a crafting bench.
And Silver Snake asks, are these blueprints one size fits all? For the most part, yes. We create the blueprints and then just set them up to do whatever.
And they can be found on our Discord.
Absolutely, yeah. There's
So-
a docs files section on our Discord that you can download all of them.
Okay, I need to make.
Caffeinated says, thank goodness, now I can see the top of Doc's screen again.
Yeah.
Actually, on
Mostly.
Doc's files, because some people are mentioning taking a tour of your world, we do have a copy of Doc's previous save available. So
Oh, you
his
mean-
old world in Update 8.
Okay.
If you guys would
And you
like to
can
see that, you can.
see how ugly portions of that was. Because I had when I first started, I didn't understand platforms. I didn't understand, balancing or anything like that. So I just built, and I had to get to a certain point. So I built this factory to get to that, and this factory to get to that,
And most
you
of it
know,
was just on grass.
yeah, just on the grass, and they snaked here and there. Oh, I got room to go there, and I can still get a conveyor through there, and
Yeah.
it was just it was awesome. It really was an awesome growth experience.
It was fun, yeah.
Yep, it was fun. Vogel food. Okay, I'm not gonna. Vengeful Bear, I think is okay to say, don't you think?
I think so.
Okay. Love to check out the factory save. We can put a factory save out there at least up to the last episode that's not released yet. Right?
Okay.
So. Balancing splitters so I can stop the belts clipping. He says. Okay. Yep. I'm glad these only take 1 pound to make one cable, so it's going actually pretty quickly. So
Good. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Hi, Pigwarps.
Ah, hello.
Pigwarps is another one of our members that we see often in our Discord. Now, to the members that are on right now, if we didn't catch you this morning, especially if we didn't catch you this morning, on Thursday, we're going to collect up as many members as we can, and we're going to go to the members server where we're making all the racetracks, and we're going to actually race, and we're going to film it, and we're going to post it. Okay, which means we're going to race on Cookie Shan's track that she built. That is so beautiful, and it's a wonderful track. It's really, really cool. So we'll race there. Then we'll also go and race on my NASCAR track and my NASCAR road race track. Wait a minute, the NASCAR track isn't ready, but the road race track is ready. We could do that.
Well, Duck, we got an extra day, so you can always get it ready.
I can always get it ready.
And we have my gigantic tube of doom.
Your tube of that's right. Is it ready?
It could be ready.
It could be ready.
If we were going to get in on the server for a couple of hours to do a couple of things, it could be ready. So maybe on Thursday we'll.
We're gonna make a mad bunch of films about us racing. Somebody posted a dune race there, and we've just got to keep up with the Joneses, you know. So, engineer in a box. Sorry, just got here. Why are you using a crafting bench in a game about factory building? Because we haven't been able to figure out how to get enough cable built, and we keep running out of it because every factory machine that we have that needs cable is using up all of our cable, so we don't have any surplus.
And that's one of the problems we're here to fix today.
Yes, it actually is. After we create a pulse and obelisk thing so we can blow things up and have fun, you know.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it right there.
Membership is to the YouTube channel is $3 a month.
Yep.
Okay. And so if you want to become a member, it's $3 a month. And make sure that after you do that, on Discord, send a message to me, and I will make sure you get the right flare there in Discord, and that'll give you access to the server login and all that extra fun stuff.
Yep. I'm going to disable that key. I'm going to just change something else so that key just doesn't do anything.
What's this key pressing?
I keep pressing the 18 key when I mean the 13 key on my keypad.
Okay.
You know, on the razor pad.
Yeah. Doom tube, says Big Orbs.
Okay, H. Now I'm going to run around here and see what this looks like lined up this way. And it's not quite there, I don't think.
So right now the server is for members only. For YouTube channel members only, yep. And we have two worlds there, one where it's just trying to go through the game as quickly as possible. We do that on live streams. I'll play together on live streams. And then this one, which is the one for the racing, is everything's fully unlocked. Pure creative mode.
Yep, pure fun. So, you know, we're trying to hit all aspects of the game just because this game is so fun in all its aspects. I play peaceful mode because I don't like dealing with monsters. I want to build and create and laugh at Ada and make her angry by collecting packages all the time. Although I haven't
That's
seen...
a new development.
Yes.
Isn't it?
I mean, there's a package. See? Now let's see Ada get angry with him. Ah, no Ada this time.
Well, there's two more right out there on the ground.
Should I go pick them up?
Yeah. We have to teach the Grand Choose boss.
Yep. Ah, okay. Where's the other one? There it is. Yep. She is being very grinchy. There she is.
I'm sure this is useful to someone, somewhere.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It at least makes candy canes that you can beat your brother with,
Or dad.
or son, dad, whoever we decide to beat.
Yeah.
Beat you with a stick type thing. All right, I'm going to make some... What? Wait a minute. That is not supposed to be bent.
Nope.
Destructo mode.
And Duck kind of explained a little bit at the beginning of the stream, although we have a lot more people here,
Yeah.
that this evening stream is kind of a bit of an experiment because we've been streaming basically in the morning, U.S. time at least, and we've been catching a whole lot of our European audience. A lot of people from Germany, a couple of people from a couple of Norwegians this morning, and all over, and then
a Swede.
And a Swede.
Forget the Swede.
Yeah, forget the Swede. But anyway, we're doing here to see, how many people here from the U.S. and from these time zones want to show up and want to enjoy some time with us. So if you guys enjoy this time slot better or haven't ever caught us before because of the weird time zones, kind of let us know.
Yeah, this is why we're doing it today. Okay, hopefully. I really don't believe in bad behavior. I really do try to pick up all of my crates. But, there's Garrett that doesn't really care about the crates, and he's said so in the past.
Vengeful Bear from Washington State.
Another Washingtonian there.
That's where we lived for a long time.
First 45 years of my life. You realize it was 45 years?
Okay.
So do you think it's lined up this time?
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, yes. Perfection's a difficult thing, I'd love to watch how it puts all the conveyors in last. All right, so let's see here. 8. Boom, boom, straight.
Chance says, I'm very grateful for this time slot, to be honest, so thank you. I work from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oof.
5 a.m. to 3.
Yeah, that's
Well,
up.
5 a.m. to 3 is kind of, when I was working 511s going. Remember that? I started at 5, come home at 4 for years.
Peacorp says, my condolences, Vengeful Bear. I'm a Washington expat that now lives in Florida.
And you actually see the sunshine now, don't you, Pickle Warps? Okay, so what is going on? Why is... Because I'm putting them in the wrong stupid place.
Wait, what's
Turn the
the
stupid thing around. I get it perfect.
No,
and
you,
it's
you
pointed
got it right. You got it right. Yeah, that looks good. You're good.
Okay, then why... Okay,
Yeah.
let me try again. It wasn't, when I was trying to draw it from the machine to the splitter, it didn't want to go.
Weird. Vengeful Bear asks, what's sunshine?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
You're experiencing the Rain Festival that starts on July 1 of the first year and extends to June 30 of the next year.
Right. And Vengeful Bear was from Montana before that.
Oh, it's Big Sky Country.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that must have been a change. Must have been. Have you already upgraded some of these belts?
Nope, I haven't touched them yet.
This one didn't want to upgrade because it seemed to be upgraded already. Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly surfing around watching for packages.
Oh, you're playing Christmas, and I'm doing the hard work. Okay.
What's new?
Yeah.
Engineer Box asks, have you seen Let's Game It Out's videos on this game?
I did a review on one of my live streams of his silly conveyor belt factory that he kept building on top of one another and kept on doing the conveyors way up tall. It worked. It worked.
With a very loose definition of the word work.
Yes. Robert, keep your candy cane to yourself.
Yes.
All right, where can I pull power from? This one full. Oh, let's see. Go power here.
When Ada says a baby could have found this, is Ada complaining that it was so easy a baby could have done it? Or is Ada telling us that we shouldn't take gifts from a baby who could have found it instead?
You postulate a very tender question, Robert.
Tender. Holy cow. Pika Warp says, I've officially generated enough power that my power augmenter generates more electricity than all of my post-game factories require. Holy cow.
All of your post-game factories? Whoa.
So,
go ahead.
Pocket has an interesting comment. I've used it before, but he says, do you know that you can copy a blueprint by pressing F to delete, and then middle mouse clicking, and then, selecting it with middle click, and then you can immediately place another one. So it's a weird workaround, but yeah, it's just like F, middle mouse click, and then you have it.
You're going to add to this?
No, it's just
What?
showing what Pika said,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay,
It's
so
really
do what?
easy. So you press F
Uh-huh.
as though you're going to dismantle something. Press R to change it to dismantle on blueprint mode.
Uh-huh.
Then you can middle mouse click on anything you're looking at.
And duplicate it? Duplicate the blueprint of it?
Yeah, so you can immediately make another one.
Interesting. So we were pressing F to go into delete mode, then
And middle
pressing
mouse.
middle mouse key.
Yeah, and now you can immediately reprint it.
Okay, another undocumented feature.
Yeah, and it's a way of doing it so you don't have to go into the menus again.
Exactly. And I go into the menus constantly. It's frustrating. So, all right, I need to tell each machine what to do. Okay, machine, you are making pulse obelisks.
Ali Damaso says, hello
top
from
setting.
Brazil.
Brazil, yes. We're catching North and South America here,
Yeah.
and that's way cool.
He says, love your Satisfactory short videos. They help him a lot.
Well, that's cool.
And Jen Turgidson says, in Alabama here, usually working during the AM stream. Enjoy the tips. Think about that.
Well, hey, I think, I started this stream by showing a comment made by a Reddit user from somebody's post of my tips video on Reddit. And undocumented.
I like that.
Merry Christmas Day 3. Yes. Diver Scott. Okay. He's a diver. Cool. At least it's in his name anyway. So I've told what to do. And where are the pulse obelisks coming? Ooh, I see him sneaking around the corner here along with the oscillators. Oof.
Yep.
Very cool. All right, let's move those bad boys to what? Okay, why is 8 not giving me my 8 key? It's not giving me my conveyor. Okay, fine. Oh, Robert, you boopered this one.
What do you mean I boopered this one?
Well, look at how it's just not straight. So I have to go straighten it up.
Okay, Doc, the king of perfect factories.
King
right?
of clean.
King of clean. Gosh darn it. What is the matter with this?
What are you working on, Robert?
I'm just on conveyors and... the Vengeful Bear has just become a member.
Oof.
Thank you very
Very
much.
cool.
I'm betting it was the idea of the races that tempted him.
That could be. That very well could be.
Paka says, Doc, sometimes there's a bug that doesn't allow you to select the numbered items.
Yeah.
If you open any menu
Uh-huh.
of a machine and then close it again, it should work.
Any menu of a machine. I can do that. All right, but I'm going to dismantle the... Oh, because that's on blueprint, and it's not a blueprint I'm pointing at. And let's go ahead and... Well, that didn't work. I didn't take care of that little thing. Okay, now... Now I can turn the corner and go up to there. Nice and neatly. Okay, so we have nobelisks. Nobelisks in, and we're getting oscillators in, and all the machines are outputting, sir. Where would
Okay.
you like their output to?
In the spot that I just hooked up.
Okay, let's go see where that is.
Wait, you said output.
Output, yeah. Where do you want the pulse nobelisks to go?
Yeah, it's on this side.
On this side, you say. Where are you so I can see where this is? I've got to bring them back. There?
No, you didn't. What?
Where are you?
Okay, Duck, all the ones on this side are going to the center.
Okay, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Okay,
This
I
way.
found you.
This, come on.
Or did you find me?
Gosh.
Package. Package.
And he gets distracted.
Squirrel. Okay, where are you wanting me to go?
Okay, go to your manifold.
I am at my manifold. Okay.
Hi.
Yes.
Do you see me?
Yes, I see you.
All of them output this direction.
Okay.
This direction. Not back that way. This direction. And I told you I was already added
You
up.
were already hooking them up?
Yes. You were
Okay.
too much just talking to people. Vengeful Bear says, I started playing the game early November. Quickly found Doc's videos while searching for help. And invaluable in my R&D. Just wanted to show my thanks. Well, thank you. Storm says the stream seems laggy. Yes, unfortunately, we do have an error that's saying that it's lagging a little bit today.
Yeah.
So we are constantly testing new tech, but unfortunately, we're out in the middle of nowhere. So we're using.
We're using Starlink, which is incredibly good compared to any satellite internet company out there, but it is satellite internet still.
Yeah, Bahamut confirms it is a bit choppy. Yeah, you're right, Pac. I should have pinged him, but
He just wanted to make a fool of me. He does that a lot.
it's obviously my fault.
Okay. So, would you like to have the radio control units, radio control unit manifold out here also? Or should we choose to put it on another floor or something?
To be honest, out here is still a whole lot easier. There's a whole lot less conveyor to run. You know,
Very
it's
good.
out there.
I will start on the next one. And we're going to need,
Good need all sorts
for
of-
that, we're going to need manufacturers.
I still haven't even gotten I'm still trying to connect up this one. So,
Okay. So we're going to need manufacturers for this one. This is, you know, I don't know that these are even going full. Oh, 100? Okay, that's going full time.
good.
And that one's full bore. Every single one of them, all the way to the end of the manifold, is 100% full.
Yeah,
So
cool.
it's good, but they only produce. It takes 60 seconds to produce this one, so it's producing. It says 5 per minute.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so all of our sticks are green, and the only thing that's going to stop them is when that line won't move, just like the regular Nautilus line is moving. So, okay, I will start putting together a conveyor line,
Okay.
pardon me, a manifold line for the this is a bad boy. I mean,
It's
this is
big.
tough.
Yeah. Yeah, Chance says he had to drop Starlink because of his issues. Ended up being able to get it from a local provider. Yeah, here the local providers just don't. You're still paying. I don't know. We can't get near the throughput with the local provider here.
Yeah, that looks like it's lined up good enough.
Okay.
Okay, so is this the one where we have trouble with the conveyors being connected or the lifts being connected?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to destroy and reconnect pretty much all the lifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that particular one has not served us super well.
Yeah, this particular blueprint is what he's referring to. For some reason, when we connected these, see, the thing is, you can't test them when you're putting them on the blueprint. So you build it as best you can, and then all of a sudden you bring it out to use it, and you find that they didn't connect properly. So that's what we've been struggling with for this particular blueprint. So I'm going to go out here. How many radio control units do you think we'll ever need? Enough for just one line, or do I need a two-sided line for it, you think?
I think we should do a two-sided line.
Okay.
Is that going to take up all the space?
Dip in current members.
Yeah, the error has not gone away for smooth streaming, so we are still struggling to keep it.
So they're
good.
buffering?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you'll get smooth stream if you come and watch it afterwards. I'm not saying bail out and wait till it's posted, but sure like having you here. We sure like having you here, and we're not going to quit.
Yeah.
But you know, there's reality too. So
Yeah, we're still testing things. Want to see how different the time of day makes this whole situation.
yeah, and we went and did our due diligence also to okay, so we did our due diligence in the respect that we went out and purchased an upgraded plan after the last troubles we had to get priority service. Actually, it's a business plan. So we doubled our cost to make sure that we could stream effectively. And at this point, it's just not quite happening yet.
Yep.
You can't just flip around this one because,
No.
in other words, you got to build the other side, don't we?
Yeah. Well, the one side has the
The
conveyor lines and everything else. So
Yeah. Okay. I'll go repair this one, then I'll go build the other side. So.
And what are you doing right now? What are you making here?
I'm making the radio control unit line.
Okay.
So, for the radio control unit, we need to have aluminum casing, crystal oscillators, which are already up here. I can split them off.
Perfect.
And computers.
Okay.
So, and aluminum casing is already up here too, so we can split those off. So,
I'll poke them back up through a different hole for you.
okay,
but
that's fine.
This will be easy to bring over.
Yeah.
So, Chance had been
computers up yet?
Computers are made elsewhere, but they're down here in the basement, so I can.
Okay.
So
way cool. Okay, so I'm going to start updating the conveyors and stuff and get going there.
Both Chance and Vengeful Bear say it's choppy, but they're still enjoying it.
Okay.
So, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually going to wait until I see which ones of these don't work and then deconstruct them. I'm going to go ahead and make this side of the...
Oh. Well, Doc, you gotta flip it around.
Really?
Because the part that they need to connect to is that side. You see that?
Boop. It always happens, you know?
Yeah. Gotta do it wrong at least once.
At least once. Every time. At least once. Okay, so... this blueprint... Actually, what I'm going to do then... Okay, if I have to have it turned around... that means it has to go this way, right?
No. Because you also reoriented yourself 180 degrees at the same time, so... that way. Oh, no.
Yeah. You see the problem?
Yeah, because the direction of the conveyor. So it does have to flip around and
it does have
leave
to flip around, and then I have to flip around the mergers on the right-hand side. So they're going, that's right.
Can you press H, please, and look at it a little bit closer? Because the mergers are going the right way, but the four stack and conveyors, I don't think are going correct.
Yeah, I don't think they're going the right direction.
So...
you want me to just press H or
yes, press H so you can inspect it closer, make sure that what we're seeing is correct.
Input there, output going towards there. So these are correct,
but
they're going towards the production finished. The problem is that these are trying to get it from the same direction. No, they're getting it from the left and going into the right.
If you look at the top of the merger, the output side is different. Yeah.
The output side goes this direction.
Okay, so it is currently faced the correct direction, yes.
Okay, yes, we're receiving it from this side. We're sending it back to this side.
Right, we just have to now move it to make space for the other merger, for the other manufacturers.
So I'm going to build the other manufacturers first then.
Oh, okay. And flip it 180 so the 4 ports are facing you. Yeah.
So you want them received in the center?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and Chance says it... no, it was... Steelstorm says, our voices aren't choppy, but the stream of the game is. And yeah, that is kind of a weird thing. I watched our stream there for a bit. Another time, that's the same issue we're having. So it looks like our stream choppiness is mostly over, but yeah, we did lose a good number of people, likely because the stream just ended for them. So we've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I have plenty of room to receive it out here and send it that way.
Good.
Or send it back this way, yes. So when we're putting the merger down, We need the merger to come in this way, but go out that way, correct?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out logistics here. So
Yep,
I'm
it's correct. So I'm going to certify it being correct.
certified correct by Doc.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'll only undo it and redo it twice more.
Twice more? Okay. Okay, so we haven't yet needed to bring products from the mall. So I'm in the detached portion of the mall to get computers.
Detached portion of the mall?
You know how we have the breezeway?
Oh, clear over there?
It's over there.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to create a new hole over here and let Garrett decorate it later.
Okay. That's fine. I just placed it instead of hitting H. Darn it. Well, let's see how bad I placed it. If I placed it okay, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, it's going to be off. That might not be. Let's see. Hey, I got it right. No, I didn't. I got it just a little bit off. You know, Robert, just gonna leave it this way.
Okay. Chance says, Doc's motto, build twice, destroy once.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately. Unfortunate, but true. On this side, they're far enough away that I just got away with putting the conveyor down on the third one. Only have one lift. They're only going to end up with one lift.
Okay. Hug says, just picked up the game, seems fun. Look forward to starting it.
Good. Start at the episode where I live streamed the first version. If you need some help, and you can see kind of the pattern that I followed and what I did.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
If it's any help.
And I think Chase's response. Remember, the game's about fun. If you're not having fun building, go do something else. Yeah, go explore, go do whatever.
Yeah, become a member and go to our racetrack and have fun now. Sorry. Shameful plug.
Yeah, there you go. Why am I getting no supercomputers?
Well, that was dumb.
What?
It should have been the, I should have been doing the blueprint on this side. Instead of just put down two.
Okay.
Build twice, destroy once.
Yep. Yeah, Hug says, thanks, appreciate the tips. Looking forward to giving innovation and automation a go. Factorio just seems a little too daunting for me.
Yeah, it was a bit daunting for me as well.
To get conveyor holes lined up is the fun. Chan says, Factorial crushed my soul and took my kids. Yeah, it's a rough one. Why is nothing coming through? Oh. Got it. Yeah, actually, Doc, from what Pika Warp said, undocumented. I like that phrase, and maybe that's a line of tips we can make.
Yeah.
Finding undocumented features in the game.
Oh, by the way, our streaming error went away, so
Oh, good.
things should be smoothing out a bit. So
Just a wee bit. That's good. Vengeful Bear says,
I only have 3 products I need to bring into this building.
is anyone else having an error where builds are randomly getting painted lime green for no reason at all? If anybody else is getting that error, let us know. What I would think is it might be that your default color scheme was changed on accident, and so it's just turning everything lime green.
Yeah, because if your default color scheme changes, it'll change everything. Like on the world that we play, one example is the world that we play, on our live stream on Tuesday mornings.
The member world.
Yeah, on the member world. That live stream, somebody was a Seahawks fan, so they made the default colors the Seahawks blue and green. And it looks good, so I've never changed it. It's okay, and it gave good conversation too. So it was one of our former Seattleites that. Isn't it the same one that's online right now, like Pika Works or something like that?
I don't remember.
Yep. I might have been messing with it at some point. Yep.
Like, I like the color swatches idea. One thing that's a little bit weird is, if you use a color swatch and then you change the color swatch, everything you use that color swatch for will also change. Which in one way allows you to keep everything unified, but on the other hand, I don't know what other people have used different swatches for to color individual buildings. And so when I go to color something, I don't want to ruin their build. And that's basically only a problem on the member server. Pika says, I plead not guilty. Yep.
The Seahawks blue and green, I suppose.
Okay, Doc, the computer line is up in the back corner there nearest you.
Okay.
I just need to poke up aluminum casing now.
Cool.
Oh, so the custom swatch doesn't affect any other buildings. Okay, so when I want to do something just once, I build a custom swatch, and that's it. Cool. I like that.
Custom swatch, huh?
I hope everybody watching knows that half the tips that Doc teaches come from his own viewers.
Yeah. Realistically, yeah.
A lot of sharing of
Because, a lot of sharing of knowledge. That's right.
The Chant says, if I may, how'd y'all meet, or are you family?
How old are you, Robert?
Oh, gosh. 38?
So we met 38 years in the delivery room.
Although I didn't know your name until a little while later.
Yep. You had to learn that. Yes, he's my son.
Yep. My name is Robert. I am also Doc's editor. And, I'm the one who introduced him to the game. And, it's kind of funny when Doc kind of gave the abbreviated version of him deciding to play Satisfactory and make a gaming channel. I don't know why it happened, but for some reason it was kind of like both of us kind of had the same idea or the same time. We just had the conversation where we both kind of, okay, let's give it a shot. And it was fun.
Okay, so this porthole here is for computers. I see that.
Okay.
I go that direction. Okay, this is the computers line, and I will go ahead and hook that up with the... I think I'll hook it up to the bottom. Let's make this one a straight one. Let's kind of go right along that line. Okay, next is the wet line. What do you have for me next? I need oscillators and I think aluminum containers, right? Let's just check this.
You need aluminum casing and crystal oscillators.
Yes, those aluminum casing thingies, and crystal oscillators.
We're being precise today, using engineering language.
Yes, engineering terms. Those thingies that are about this wide.
Yep.
How old is Doc? Gives me hopes I'll be gaming for years from now. laugh out loud. I would scare you if I told you how old I was. So you ready for this? I just turned 67 in November. So, a few years left. Okay.
Yeah, Vengeful Bear and Pico Warps noted that the stream is struggling now.
Again.
And we have the error up again. So compared to this morning, the stream is really struggling. Yep, and chat just disconnected. Oof. Yeah, stream is really struggling this evening.
So why can't we get enough priority to have a steady stream?
Right.
That's the next question.
Could you pop open in another screen? Could you pop open Starlink and see if we run out of data somehow?
Yeah,
Don't
see
run
if
out
we've
of priority
got
data.
a priority. Which one do I want to do it in? Oh, it looks like I've got to do it in that one. Because if we have, we can fix that in just a moment. Although I'm not opening it in the...
Yeah, this is account info. It's not gonna go public.
Yeah, I'm not going to get in with that browser instance.
Steelstorm says, bro does not look 67.
Good. Oddly enough, I mean, my brother is really, really quite jealous of me. And he even said so once. Because he was gray, 100% gray, in his 30s.
Yeah.
And by the way, this tan or brown hair is natural. I do not dye my hair. So I've got a little bit of gray on the sides, but I don't dye my hair. So
he's going for that sophisticated.
billing period is December 2 to January 1.
And today is December
December
3rd.
3.
So we're good on that.
Yeah.
It's not a streaming thing. It's likely a load. Hey guys, will you turn off Netflix? Oh man,
Okay.
Manuel
What page was it that?
Manuel had to turn things out to 480p to make it work.
Okay. Manage. Yeah. We've got a terabyte of data on a priority plan, and so far we have used only 136 gigabytes out of 1,000.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're getting whatever priority they can give us at this point, and that's still struggling.
And
Yeah. Yeah. And the only difference between any of the other plans that are bigger is just more terabytes of data
right.
before it, starts either throttling us. It'll start throttling us by not allowing us priority.
Yep.
But it is having a hard time even getting data. So.
Yep. Oh boy. And we're streaming at 30 FPS this evening as well, trying to rectify things. So. Shucks.
Yep. So. Okay. Latency just went up really, really bad between 6:13 and it finally got better at 6:14. So 6:13 to 6:14 was really bad. Yeah, and that's where we had that big drop. Latency got so bad that Netflix and signal quality was in the dumper during that, during 1808, 608. So yeah, we got some good data, but the good data is saying that there's a reason why we're struggling with latency. So stick with us. We will continue to work on these problems. We bought a priority switch that made sure that that we got priority over. Even a satellite connection is high bandwidth, you are going to run into demand issues and line of sight issues. Not sure on Starlink, but you might be able to get a report. Yeah, I've got the reports on the screen next to me, and those reports are indicating that it struggled during the time that we were struggling. So
a little bit before the connection issues, Chance said my uncle is almost 71 and he plays Elder Scrolls Online and Skyrim almost every day.
Really?
And has since he retired at 60. And you look mid-50s.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Okay, you're bringing the oscillators. Okay.
And this middle one should be aluminum casing, but it looks like it's just not connecting. So I'm gonna fix that.
Well, I will go ahead and connect this one.
Yeah, we do have some minor line of sight issues. We have a couple of trees that are blocking right at the skyline. So we're gonna
right at the edge.
Right at the edge.
Yep.
So we might be able to get our Starlink on pole, but no matter what, if there's no satellites, you can't get a connection, right?
That would be a truthful statement. Okay, so far, for the computers and the crystal oscillators, we are having no problems whatsoever with any of the lifts or the
Luvaro says it'd be great when fiber gets to everyone.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty far down the list though. We just got indoor plumbing like last year.
Oh, come on. God. Uh, well, honestly, we have to say we have houses on the property that were not originally plumbed for indoor plumbing. So,
Yeah.
that's not too far from the truth, but they do have indoor plumbing. Copy the settings. Stop this nonsense.
Doc, as much as they say that hair, going back to the gray hair thing, people say that hair is more or less usually inherited from the mother's line.
Yep.
All of Mom's brothers went bald long before I have. I'm not going bald yet.
Huh?
So, with any luck, my hair will be a lot closer to yours somehow. With any luck.
Yep, with any luck.
So.
With a little bit of luck. I love that guy's singing. I definitely shouldn't try to duplicate it. He does a good job.
Remind me.
A little bit of bloom and luck. My Fair Lady.
Oh gosh. Okay, no wonder. That's right. That's an old memory. Blue says, "I never liked walking into the outhouse in the middle of winter."
I'll bet you didn't.
Yeah, the property that we're now living on, because we moved. Oh gosh, when did I finally get up here?
May 24th, we closed on the property.
Right, that's when you came up, and I came up a few minutes later. So
A few minutes.
a few months. Oh gosh. Yeah, I came up a few months later, but all the buildings on this property are what, 1920s, 1930s,
1920s to 30s, and they were built cheap. Because they were, it looks like they were dormitories for an agricultural college.
Yeah. And
so they were completely concrete floor, concrete walls. And with no indoor plumbing brought in, people along the line have made kind of, they've tried their best to put plumbing inside and done a pretty horrible job of it. So the particular studio we're in right now looks like it maybe have started out as a garage, but was converted at some point to a single bedroom, a studio apartment. And the studio apartment then became became a place where they wanted to have indoor plumbing. So they put this kind of makeshift bathroom in there.
oh gosh.
They raised it on a platform. They closed off a door and brought the pipes in through the old door. And just,
So it literally looks like there's an outhouse stuck to the side of the studio.
yeah.
But we've ripped all that stuff out. We still have some boards up because it hasn't been finished. But yeah, that's what all the remodeling that we've been doing has been about.
Yep. All right, we have computers, and they're not going anywhere yet because Robert has to now put the structure below the floor. But we've got some radio control units being built. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jen Turgidson said, "I had to cut down a tree in spring after installing a point-to-point link during the winter. Was a 2.4 gig wireless shooting into a leafed-out tree. Improved connection significantly when with a chainsaw."
Yeah. Yep. That's how we cleared out some space for our Starlink. Is a tree met its untimely demise. So okay, the pulse novelisks are going too. It's just that the regular novelists are not for some reason. But we're receiving as many as we can use. Yep. receiving as many pulse nobelisks as we can. I don't know. I kind of feel bad about destroying pulse nobelisks and putting them into a sink because we're over manufacturing them.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do that, but we can.
Yeah, just let it remain backed up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you've obviously connected something to the radio control units, so that's cool.
Yeah, taking it down another level, so that'll be pulled down a little bit.
Okay, well, I better show them what's going on the lower level, and you can show me what port. I'll show you on the screen. You can tell me what port they're going into.
Okay.
Because see...
Oh, I haven't labeled anything. Actually, could you help me by labeling the front end of them all?
Sure. See, this is where a container will be at some point.
Yep.
And we just haven't filled those holes. Now, these holes have been filled. There's a container right behind it that has, I think this is aluminum. Yep, aluminum ingot.
Yeah, and you could just look inside and then make sure the label's correct.
And so the aluminum ingot we say is imported because it is actually made in a factory that's outside of the main factory here. And the ingots are just brought in. So at the ingot level, they're imported. So that's what we do here. And so we say that it's imported. So here it says that we've got alclad aluminum sheets, and that is full. And there is a dimensional depot behind there too that's keeping the dimensional depot full as well. So let's see, we've got the high-speed connectors here. And they're properly marked on. They're manufactured on floor 4, so we label those so that we can tell what floor. And floor 1 is where we do the aluminum casing. And you saw where we were doing that because that's the same floor we were just building the pulse nobelisks and in fact we're building these on that first floor as well. And these are from outside. Those are created in an outside plant. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to... Why can't I reach up that high? Oh, configure square sign. I am going to copy those settings. Whoops, I don't want to copy that one. Oh yeah, move over here. No, move over here. No, move over here. Here we go. I want to copy that one. And copy. And... this one that has a question mark, I am going to paste. And okay, that one's all set up. Okay, so we go to this next one here. And this, we leave it this color when they're not configured so that we can figure out what it is. And this is where our black powder is. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here. Oh, I'm going to come over here and copy this one just so that I can have the right colors. Selecting the colors here.
And I believe you could still use control copy, control paste on those to get the colors and everything set.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to paste settings, and then I'm going to select the icon, and this is black powder. So that's a part, not a building. There's the black powder picture. Okay. So we selected that icon, and I'm going to close that, and that's that. And I'm going to come over here. We do that on floor 1. Okay, why didn't that? Okay, we do that on floor 1. So, actually, no, those are imported, aren't they? The black powder is imported.
The black powder is imported, yeah.
Because it's created in a factory that's a little ways away, so I'm going to copy those.
Yeah.
I have to get right up to it in order to paste. Okay, I could control V it. I should remember I can control V that. Okay, so what's in the next one here? And I'm helping you do it. It's the pulse novel. It's the novelist, not the pulse novelist. So that's the novelisk.
And as exists with all of our malls, if there's anything in there, that means that our mall is currently full, which is awesome.
Okay, paste it. Good. Okay. And the Pulse Obelisk is done on floor 1, so I'm going to get over here to the floor 1 picture here. Oh, what? Control C. C. Control C.
Yeah. Yeah, here's where the copying bugs happen. Yeah. Pika said, I want to buy a tiny home, but property's so expensive that's a $150,000 minimum investment. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to select. That's also a part, and we're going to come down here and find the Obelisk, and we're going to paste that. And we're going to select icon, and we're done with that one. So we got that one labeled. Okay, next, this should be the Pulse Obelisk, and it is. So the mall is not completely full, but because this is completely full, that means that the Dimensional Depot is completely full.
Yeah.
So it backs up into the storage that we can just grab one at a stack at a time.
Just in case you need more than 150 Pulse Obelisks.
Exactly. Of course you need more than that when you're blowing up your main part of the channel. I don't know if... Oh, come on. Like that. Gotta configure it. Select icon. We're going to go down here. Stop it.
What?
It hurts.
What hurts?
Ouch. Stop hitting me.
You're not taking any health damage.
I am too.
Oh, okay, well. It's not very much.
It's not very much. Keep doing it, and it'll be very much. Okay, I'm not finding a Pulse Obelisk icon.
You can always search.
There it is. And select the icon.
See, the fun thing with the Pulse Obelisk is I can actually detonate a whole bunch that are attached to you. It doesn't kill you.
It just...
knocks you out of it.
And it doesn't kill me. Okay, where are the oscillators made? Are they on floor 1? The
yes.
crystal oscillators?
Wait. No, crystal oscillators are floor 4? Yeah, they're a floor 4 thing. Pierre says, hi, Doc. Watch a lot of your videos. Very helpful. Glad I caught you live.
Well, we are at the very beginning of this particular live stream. I shared a video, a message off of Reddit, oddly enough, where somebody had posted our tips video that said that I needed to realize that while I'm retired, my users aren't necessarily retired. So we're going to do some more evening live streams. We're probably going to do them on Tuesday night, and hopefully more North and South American folks can join. I don't know what time to stream for Asia, East Asia.
I don't know, yeah. Middle of the night.
Probably. Which is a loss leader because old people like me need their sleep.
Agreed. Hey, Doc, that's fine. That's when I'll stream.
Did you say floor 4 for the crystal oscillator?
Yes, sir.
Like the... Okay, then I'm going to copy this. Oh, crud. How do you undo? Of course you can't undo.
You just paste something else over it.
Yeah, because I meant to do floor 4.
And Alaska said something similar. Said, holy cow, I caught the legend Doc live. What a great day. You're the GOAT.
Okay. Man, my head has just grown so big today. So, what happened to all my floor 4s? Was that the only floor 4 one I had?
Oh, you pasted over the...
Okay, so which one is done on floor 4? The
crystal oscillator. And Pika, oh man, Pika's been gathering, has over 4,800 presents waiting just in case they're required later.
Just in case, of course. Just in case he wants to have a great Christmas.
But last year I had 37.
Okay.
That's an old reference now, Doc.
That's an old reference now? Okay, so where that's imported, that's floor 4. Is there another one that's floor 4? Like where do we make the high-speed connectors?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like Pika says, like Ada said, no one cares about Australasia.
Yeah, what's that reference? I don't
Well,
understand.
I mean, in general, just talking about how it's Christmas and it's hot and summer there.
Oh,
But
okay, that
yeah, I
makes
think
sense.
there's some actual joke.
Do we have 3 different? No, these are blank. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where do we import the L-clad aluminum sheath?
Yes.
Okay, so that should be imported, not.
Yeah, Chance says around 2:30 a.m.
Is
Oof.
when I
I'd have
have
a
to
hard
stream.
time. Yeah, I'd have a hard time streaming at 2:30 a.m. Like if I had to stream until 2:30 or 3:30, I could. But starting at that time, oof.
And you say that this, you don't know where the high-speed connectors are made?
No, let me break into your factory up here and take a look.
And the oscillators are doing that. Are you breaking a window again and
Yep.
repairing it?
Like usual.
Oh, gosh.
Can't get mad at me if I fix it. Yes, that's also floor 4, the high-speed connectors.
Okay, good.
Well, holy cow, Tom Let's Gaming is from, it says greetings from Germany.
What time is it in Germany?
Oof.
Man, it must be.
2:30 a.m. maybe?
Okay. You said
Yeah.
floor 4 for this. Not the wrong one. Okay, that's floor 4. Well, I've fixed about as many as I can at this point. I don't think we have anything behind this one yet. Nope, not quite. So that's the pulse obelisk. And the radio control unit, are you going to put that one in the next one next to the pulse obelisk?
It is. It's just currently filling the
depot.
the depot right now.
Okay, so I am going to copy this one.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to paste and I'm going to select the radio control unit right here at the top. Oof. And that's done. And that's on floor 1, so I'm going to copy that.
Pika is way ahead of schedule when it comes to Christmas. Says, already load balance the storage container to distribute them evenly between constructors. Says also fed 4,800 additional into bows, candy canes, and pine leaves.
My heavens. You have been having fun. Okay. So we've got radio control units going into the storage thing. We need 50 radio control units, so I'm going to go check and see.
Yeah, Tom says in Germany it is 1:41 a.m.
Oh,
Well, hello, and thanks for
okay.
joining.
Thanks for joining us. Okay.
If you'd like to join us at an earlier hour, we do stream at 8 a.m. our time on Tuesdays, which is 10 hours ago, 10 and a half hours ago. So we do that for a couple hours. Gazalanche, that's the name I don't think I've seen before. It says
Gazalanche?
stuck at work. Oh, go
Okay.
ahead. Keep reading it.
Checking in on the Christmas mask. I want to see Doc wearing one. Okay, Robert, go into Mom. We just brought up the Christmas
Uh-huh.
hats, Ask her if we actually brought it upstairs, and if so, get me one. I'll put it on.
Okay.
I'll live stream with it. Absolutely.
Sure.
$3,000. Okay, it looks like we need 3,000 of those, and you can see what my condition of my bags are, as usual. Way too many presents, and that's the big problem, is the number of presents. By the way, our board went funky here. This was our floors import through floor 3. Kind of, it was a way to tell which was on what floor, especially when Robert needed to run around and figure out where to get something so he could get it up to another place. And for some reason, a glitch in the system just, blanked out 6 of them, and we got to go figure out what those 6 were. So I need to get rid of some stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a container in someplace like this, and we're going to create a way to just drop it into a sink. But until that sink gets established, I am going to make a sink right here in the middle of my break room. Okay. And I'm going to put a storage container. And I only need a small storage container, and flip it around. There we go. And I can push it closer and closer. And there. Just so that they marry up, and then go 8. And let's put, there we go. Yeah, ha, ha. There we go. An elf hat. How about that?
Oh, it's green.
Oh, that's a problem. It's green. Okay, so the green screen is picking up the fact that my hat has got green bands on it, so my hat is half disappearing, but it's an elf hat with elf ears. I'll need to get a Santa hat next time so that it's red and white, and it'll show up. Well, it doesn't go that far. Yeah.
Small hat, big hat.
Thanks. He's just got all these jokes coming.
It's all the compliment you receive.
Yep. So I need, by the way, I've put this monstrosity in the middle of our break room, Robert. So we'll need to get it put in the wall like our alien remains here. So, but for now, it's just gonna sit in here, and we can put our extras in here, and
Oh, you're just sinking junk.
I'm just sinking junk.
Okay. You can't sink wood.
I can't sink wood? Oh, come on. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to then take these back, and I'm going to put them in the trash can, because I don't care about those anymore.
Midday in Melbourne.
Melbourne, Australia, it's midday? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that would be true.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to now put the conveyor back on.
So we'll put a...
Did you already power it up? No. You did power it up. Okay. Now I can go ahead and put something in, see if it'll work. I'm going to put all these stators in that I've been getting. Aye, good. It's going.
Storage back there. And let's turn one of these into just a trash can.
Right, exactly.
The other one will be
Yeah, the other one will be for slugs, and we'll make sure that we can split them up into their various colors and make those thingies that make machines run faster.
the machine faster.
Yep. And then you're going to put a sign above them. All right, I need to go collect some wire, copper wire, so that I can finish this goal. And
Oh, you want to actually that tonight?
I do, don't you? 3,
We have all
4.
the phone today. You do whatever you
Good. I'm glad. Okay. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the way it should be. Let's go. And by the way, we're going to take this and we're going to actually use it. And we're going to create displays of other things. I'm going to see if we can punch the red button.
beams.
Oh, I need to go collect some more outclad aluminum sheets. Go ahead. Fantastic. That's why they're there. Hopefully we can keep making them. Keep giving us more ideas on the Discord. Because, you know, realistically, what happens is sometimes you do the obvious things that you've done too long, and I just don't think, oh, we should make a tip out of that. And sometimes we just need somebody to suggest that we ought to make a tip out of it.
I've been muted since I got back.
Yes, you have.
Thanks for letting people know.
You were muted online?
I was muted online.
Oh, man, I'm having a conversation with a ghost.
With a ghost. That's okay. We've been having so many YouTube problems. I don't think anybody's here to listen, unfortunately. I do appreciate everybody who's sticking with it, even though the stream's kind of choppy. This gives us some valuable data that we can use to make the future better.
Yep, make the future better. Okay, so launch.
Do it.
Watch it blast off.
Milestone reached. The resource well pressurizer and extractor can harvest nitrogen, crude oil, and water from underground wells. Nitrogen, being a gas, does not need pumps for pipeline transportation. Fixit does not process most of your metrics, but I do. According to Fixit predictions, you are exploiting this planet with unexpected efficiency. They did always
a
struggle to
compliment?
see the true potential of things. Nothing about you is unexpected to me, and therefore you are performing exactly as expected.
So she expected a lot from me, and she says I'm actually performing. Okay. And Geem says, thanks for your shorts. Have been very helpful. I appreciate that.
That's one of those things I tried to say while I was
Okay, good.
muted.
Thumbnails no longer clickbait. Meaning ours?
Yes, because you actually put on the Christmas hat.
Ah. Well, I will put on one that doesn't have green on, so that the green screen behind me and the green on my hat doesn't show up as in being invisible. See?
Yeah, I'll have to do that in the
Well,
future.
it's just a green and red hat it's a blue and red hat instead of a green and red hat.
There you go.
Really, it's a nice color of green. Okay, so the sink and everything is now behind the scenes over here. Non-bio trash only. Okay. The sink is now behind the scenes on both of these?
It's
or-
not fully connected, but it will be shortly.
Okay, super duper.
So one is going to be sunk, right?
Mhm.
And the other one has to be turned into shards and
Yep.
depoted.
And it has to be split into 3 different kinds of slugs. And so we got purple. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some slugs. We've got a lot of slugs in here, folks. Total of 91 114 slugs.
And there's more in the depot.
That's
You
what
didn't
I
get a
got
whole-
out of the depot.
There's even more in the depot. You got a full stack and there's some left in the depot.
Really? Okay, let's go take a look. Okay.
Chance says, I'm so surprised you haven't done a what should I do in the first hour of the game video.
Aha.
That's a good idea.
Aha.
A perfect start.
Yep.
One of those types.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Boy, it is squishy down here. It's okay to make slugs underwater, right?
Sure.
That's not going to cause any problems.
Okay, well, I just wrote it down, Robert. For what should I do in the first hour of the game?
Cool.
I think that's a good one. That is a great suggestion. Okay, I like the fact that our thing here. One thing I didn't do is when I had the sink in here, I should have checked how many coupons it could give me. So, just turn your back, Robert, for a second. I'm going to make a sink. I'm going to power it up.
Chance asks, or first, Nicker says, how far are you into Ficsmas?
I've unlocked everything that I can unlock up through day 3.
Yep. We haven't built anything massive for it yet, but we've built constructors that'll make everything. Look at that.
392 coupons.
That's crazy.
And are there any coupons in the... Yes, there's 38 more. There.
Cool.
Okay, let's go shopping. Oh, let's destroy our monstrosity here first. And I like the hat here. Okay. Fix-It specials. Somebody's already purchased all the tapes, and you could purchase additional boom boxes if you want. Pioneering awards.
Yeah, Garrett wanted all those tapes for himself.
Okay. Is there any parts or equipment or management that we've not already unlocked? Okay, that's all done at this point. Because more stuff unlocks the higher up you get in the game. Do we want the unpainted finish?
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Okay.
Chance asks, have you tried to lower the bitrate? We have played with the bitrate a lot.
Unreal process has crashed. UE factory engine.
Uh-oh.
Send and restart.
Well, that's why I can't build anything.
And now I'm set back at least as far as...
Well, here, guys, you could look at me and my stream as I fly around in his dead world. Uh-oh.
Because you're going to get kicked here in a moment.
Oh,
there you go.
I was wondering when the Langoliers were going to show up.
Exactly.
Connection timed out. Ah, gosh. There we go. Yeah, we have probably 3,000 or so presents saved up now, I think.
Oh, you saw how many were in my bag. 3,000 this week? Is that what you think?
I didn't see how many were in your bag. How many were there?
I'll have to look again, but there's several, several stacks.
An above average tomato says hello again, fine folks.
Okay, well, it did get your slugs and non-bio trash only.
Okay.
Let's see if my bags still have the Fix-It coupons, and that's the last thing I did.
Cool.
Thank goodness for autosave, right? I do appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and hit a save.
You are absolutely correct, Above Average Tomato. The Internet Lords are not being kind tonight.
No.
We are having some rather constant issues with our stream, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, it didn't put the thing we had put in the organization customizer. You're going to get that. Put that in the cart. Okay. Foundations. I think we unlocked everything there. Walls. Everything there. Architecture. Everything there. And equipment.
So, Doc, I'm not building any of this stuff smart enough to handle if people put the wrong stuff in here. Okay?
Okay, you're not building it smart enough so that it'll reject the wrong things?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so the equipment, I'm not going to buy anything off of here. We can make the stuff.
Okay.
Parts, I don't want to buy any parts because we can make the stuff. Although, interesting. There are some things like a supercomputer that we can't make yet.
Yeah. We could save up for the really big prize. I think it's the golden nut statue.
In other words, the temptation is to cheat and buy our way up the ladder.
Yeah. Not gonna do that.
So how about Satisfactory Pioneering, and then Silver Hog and the Lizard Doggo, and the Confusing Creature?
Sure.
We can't afford all of them, but
Oh, they're 100 each?
150 for this one, 50 and 100 for that one.
Well, I
then two
definitely got to start with the Lizard Doggo.
Start with Lizard Doggo, okay. And if that's 100 and we've spent it like 103, we can easily buy the Silver Hog and the Confusing Creature if you want.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to afford the Satisfactory Pioneering statue yet. And notice it doesn't go away, meaning that you can buy multiples of them.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, they have a plus and minus sign here to add more to it. 353, we still have 80 left. Okay, I'm going to buy all those. Okay.
Congratulations on purchasing this statue. It is a
Shit's
truly
cost 3,000
spectacular and one-off
in
event.
this economy?
If you believe you have heard this message before, please examine yourself for signs of temporal anomalies.
Okay. So we have 77 coupons left. Of course, not enough to buy the $150 statue that we want. Now, if I look at my bag, I should have statues in here. Okay.
Do you? No, it's in the store. There's a place in the store to pick up your stuff. Your purchases tab at the top.
Oh, I've got to drag them over. Oh boy. Okay, so I need to put them in my hand, I suppose. And you said right click to put it on the ground? No, left click. Okay, but how can you place it? Was that where my cursor was placed?
I think so. Yeah, see, it gives you a prompt to pick it up, but no prompt to put it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, interesting. See, that's how we missed it. Okay.
Okay. I've got to put it back in my hands. And I will then flip over to it and put the cursor right there and stop it. There it is. The confusing creature is there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Now I want to stand back and behold the confusing creature.
Nice.
Oh, when Garrett decides to join us one day, He'll be amazed, of course.
Yeah.
Looks like we had another dip in our users.
Yeah, really struggling to stay online. Okay, Doc. The slugs are hooked up and working.
Okay. There's a
Oh,
little...
and the non-bio trash is also working.
Oh, wow.
So, yep, they're all working. I guess I could put a priority splitter on there. Is there an easy list? If anybody knows in chat, is there an easy list of the things that cannot be sunk? Because I think it's basically anything biological and anything that comes like straight out of a miner, right? I'm sure there's more things that can't be sunk.
Yeah.
Because I could use a programmable splitter
Yeah, you
to
could.
filter that stuff.
Exactly.
Maybe throw it at your head for putting them on.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe
that's
the
cool.
wiki would know what can't be sunk.
Yeah.
Maybe if we looked up the awesome sink in the wiki. Okay,
I like the nice thin little wedge stand under this. That's cool.
Okay, I picked up him again. I wanted him turned a little bit. Go that way just a little bit so you turn him.
That's adorable. You can't pet the dog statue, though.
That's cool. And then this one's, of course, silver.
Uh-huh.
So friends are friendly creatures are gold, and non-friendly creatures are silver, I guess. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Now that we've pat ourselves on the back enough, I think it's time to actually get to do some work.
Again.
Okay, so do we want to go find some more copper so we can get some more cable?
What did we just unlock? What was it that we chose? Was it
We
anything useful?
chose the advanced aluminum production. So we just unlocked the resource well
Oh, okay.
extractor, resource well pressurizer.
Nitrogen.
Yeah, nitrogen. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that was the point when, in the last run through, I was starting to get kind of up to the limit of my complexity. Limit of my knowledge before.
Yep. And so we did all this, and leading edge production, we need to create things that we need to use things that were created. We got a cooling system here. Where do we get this supercomputer? Where do we unlock the supercomputer?
I think we already unlocked it. And it's here
In last tier?
Yeah.
Yeah, supercomputer right there.
Yeah, that's on my list of things we gotta.
Okay, so we can make a supercomputer line.
Yeah.
We did the radio control unit. The assembly director. Project part 6 of the space elevator to complete phases of the project assembly. So is that... Yeah, that's that. We need 500 of those to upgrade to the next level.
I think there's actually a bunch of things in the MAM we also need to unlock if you wanted to just kind of go through a bunch of those and go from the top down and just see what we have the
So
items for.
do we need to unlock nuclear production here so that we can...
No, we gotta do supercomputers and heavy modular frames before we can unlock that.
Okay, before we can unlock what?
We need...
We need supercomputers
Yes.
before we can get nuclear power.
Right.
And not fuse modular, just
modular
heavy.
frames.
So
Which
we
we
can
don't
do all
have yet.
3 of these. We just don't do this supercomputer
We
yet.
don't have heavy modular frames yet, do we?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
we can do heavy modular frames. We just haven't for some goofy reason.
We can do supercomputers too.
Yes, we can.
I'd rather fix the cable issues tonight.
All right.
Because that's something that's been plaguing us forever.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Okay. 3,000 in this economy? 3,000... Is he referring to...
I think you're talking about coupons and coupon costs of statues and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go out and find another copper mine, and we're gonna make some copper ingots, and we're gonna create a whole new line to make cable, right? Is that what the idea is?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Then let's.
Yeah, we have one copper source over here, and that's already, I think, fully. Well, the conveyor isn't maxed out, or
But what?
I'm just checking.
Well, I'm gonna go looking for copper ore. I think there's some copper ore close. Already exploited that one. Okay. West 890. Yeah, west 890. And it doesn't say what that is as far as purity goes. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go to the interactive.
Yeah, we have a pure copper node over here that is not being fully overclocked. Yeah, let's get this up to 600.
Is it upgraded on the... Is the miner upgraded? Are you talking about the one on the other side of the factory from where I'm at?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, we can overclock that one and then split the line and create another line for copper wire and...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just boosting this up to a... Go. This is up to 600 a minute on this line.
What was it before?
It was at 360, but actually you only had miners doing 330. So now I get to go through upgrading all the conveyors as well.
Ho ho, oh whatever.
Yeah, Chance says there is a lot more loading and glitching going on now. Yeah, it's really struggling at the moment.
And yeah, the latency has been going up. It's like at 50 milliseconds now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we need to work on our hardware. I mean, I've seen telephone here. Maybe we could integrate two different forms of internet and get, maybe DSL in here at the same time we've got the satellite internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you at with the copper?
Oh,
are you in
man.
this field that's over here?
Davey says it's 1 a.m. for me, so it's now day 4 for Christmas. So he's ahead of us.
Oh.
He's got the day 4.
Okay. So are you doing this line here that was pumping into that?
That's what I just did. Yep.
So in other words, you got to create more refineries because now you've pumped out more.
Nah, I just overclocked everything.
You overclocked everything to the point where it... Okay. Obviously, though, we need to do something about...
Our throughput downstream now,
yeah. Well, the conveyors are tier 5 or Mark
so there's
5.
something clogging it up downstream.
Yeah.
This is the normal.
All right, so we need to split. Oh, it's going under. You see how it's going under? This line, it's going under there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ahead of you.
You're already ahead of me. Of course you're already ahead.
I'm in the bow.
You always seem to be ahead of me.
Doc, you're the one who came up on me while I was already looking at the problem, so don't ya?
I forget how to get to the basement. I'm coming to the basement. Okay. Okay, so there's where the copper's coming in. And it's taking me away. Taking me away. And where are you? I'd like. Can you ping or something so I can find you and work with you? There's no spaghetti here. I gotcha. I'm getting there.
Oh no, this place is full of spaghetti.
This is our spaghetti factory down here.
Yep.
This is where we eat.
James Williams says, "Hey, just want to say I've seen all your chips. A million thank yous.
Yeah.
Glory upon you and your house." Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Doc.
Okay, so we've got a lot of
Interesting.
yeah, we've got a lot of copper wire that's kind of going to waste.
Yeah. So this right here is an output line. Right beneath us is an output line going to a machine on the other side.
Okay.
This is our main input, and you see it's stuttering because it's not being used. And then this, where's the second input line? We had a second input line we used. Oh yeah, from outside. There's a second one for the outside that we also use.
Okay, so we gonna need to split these up, but see that's going up to do something, but this one's looks like it could be split
This
up.
well, this one's backed up because it's heading out to a factory to be used, and it's just not being used at the moment.
Okay.
So let me go upstairs and show you what wackiness I did here to fix it last time that we're probably gonna need to fix. Yeah, I need to better it up.
Yep, that goes into there. Okay.
So this is one of the few double stacked.
Okay, why don't you put you on the screen so I can see where you're at.
Okay.
So you're in the front. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
you're
just
in
right
the-
behind you.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So this is one of the few double stack manifolds I did, where the bottom row is one input, and that bottom row is the input from the basement. So this is the line that I just upgraded right here.
Okay.
Right? Then we have this input that comes from out here from the train from outdoors. In fact, we can see it right there. That truck's up right there in the back.
Okay.
So that comes from here. The thing is, there's no load balancing between these two.
Mhm.
So the top one feeds this line, and the bottom one feeds this line. This is our wire line. Our wire manifold is completely full and is doing its maximum possible amount. Okay. Or, yeah, making wire. Okay. And then when the wire comes back, you see the wire has two outputs. Is that a... Yep, it is. It's just going slowly. There is a slower manifold or a slower conveyor up higher. Test this one.
So there's this slow one right in front, and there's this one that's going as fast as it can go back here.
Yeah. So that's the wire. We need more wire output. You see there's a bit of a gap in here. But let's go up and take a look at the wire, see where the wire is going.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, this manifold here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay, let's go upstairs. I'll follow you.
The wire, if I didn't mess up the wire on this list, I think it's just one floor up.
Yep, there's
Yeah.
there's where the fast one is coming.
Well, this is where the wire's coming in, and it's going all into our cable, and our cable line comes down here almost to the perfect end. Thing is, and it's not perfectly full. It would be if the line was maxed out, but this is maxing out our conveyors right now. We cannot make a cable manifold larger than this.
Okay, so where's the other cable going?
The other wire?
Where's the other wire going then?
I think the other wire is going upstairs.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's going up another floor.
It goes up another floor. It's right there. So let's go up another floor and find it. So, by the way, this is where the wire is being made. So here's the copper ingots coming in and being made, and this is completely full. And we have overclocking happening on a number of these to again maximize our lines. But even this is not perfectly maximized. So
Yeah, obviously
there's
not,
some
because
delays.
we still have copper that's getting held up a little bit, but
Yeah.
where is, okay, so we have copper wire still going up slowly up here.
Okay, so it goes up another floor.
Yeah, I'm going to check to see if this one's been upgraded.
It hasn't. It has. It has the railing. Okay.
Yeah, it has already.
Yeah, I'm flying upstairs to
But
find
look
that.
how slow it's going, yeah? All right, I'm going up there with you.
Ah, found the culprit of that slow movement.
Okay. Oh, is it a fixable culprit?
Yeah. There you go. Now it's fixed. It was just one length of, I think it looked like Mark II.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
But the whole thing's backed up anyway.
exactly. Let's
So,
see where it's going.
you know, it's just, that's the pace that's being used. Yeah. It just doesn't need to be any faster because this line is so short.
Oh, and it's making stators, I'll bet you. Yeah, it's making
Yeah.
stators. And it doesn't need near that many.
Yeah. So, I mean,
This one down here, we've got it going into two different lines. And it's still, yeah, two different stator lines. And it's still not using all that we need it to use.
yeah. So,
Oh, and it comes even farther down here.
and to be honest, what we're doing right now isn't all that useful because the problem is with the cable. What we're running out is the cable.
Right.
So, I mean, upgrading these lines is fun, but
Didn't hit my mute button fast enough. Okay, so this copper is just not going anywhere over here.
right.
And this is going into the manufacturer over here
Okay, flipping
That
back
is-
to you.
that is making SAM fluctuators. And it's
Yeah, the
a
SAM
great one
fluctuators
because
are.
SAM fluctuators are backed up. Okay. So we have a lot of room to take from that back line and just take some more and make more wire.
Mhm. Yeah, I think we just need to make another manifold of cable. And in fact, we can just on this floor. Do we have room on this floor? We don't.
Not really. Unless
Okay.
we want to use some floor space back here, but that's
No.
not the way we function usually.
Yeah, we need to be able to expand these, especially like these modular frames. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
So-
gosh, we got a lot of slow conveyors over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so and here's the wire. No, those are the stators. Okay. And part of the reason why it's not going fast here is the stators are overloaded.
Yep.
So it really doesn't need that much.
Yeah, the piece that we need to solve is making sure that wire is being made at maximum speed, and make sure that cable's being made at maximum speed, and then I think make another whole manifold for cable. That would be my guess.
Okay, so let's. Where is the easiest place to take the copper wire to make it into cable? That's your next question. Is this one goes from way in the back? Is it easy to bring it out to the new area and make a new manifold? But actually, we're gonna have to make another floor over this one in order to make a new manifold.
Oh, you know what we could... Okay, this would kind of break our normal rules.
Uh-huh.
Let's say we do build another floor here, right? We're getting to the point of needing a new floor over there anyway.
Right.
What if we just built the floor, we make a little gap for our vertical elevators, and then just continue the manifold?
Continue which manifold?
The cable manifold.
You mean that's down on the second floor? That would be equivalent to the floor we'd make out here?
Yeah.
And just build it straight across? We could certainly do that. But isn't that okay, that's the one that's already using the max anyway of copper wire. So we would do a manifold, continue the manifold, but we'd skip over the early ones and drop it into the middle of the manifold then.
I don't know what you mean by skip the early ones, drop in the middle.
Skip the early splitters that send it to the machines. And
Oh, you're talking about handling it down in the mall?
no,
Mall
I'm
aisles?
talking about handling it on the manifold. Anyway,
Sorry, I got a little bit distracted counting some stuff, and I just lost the train of thought.
okay. We just need to. We need to go to the second floor. Where? Okay, that's where we make the new floor. And you're saying the wire line is on this floor? Let's see. The wire line is somewhere in here. I'm not seeing the wire line here. Okay, so I'm not understanding you either. You're saying extend a manifold from somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah, okay, Doc, stop. I'm right here. Alright. This is where we make wire.
Uh-huh.
First off, we can make a whole lot more wire on this current manifold by overclocking some more. I just need to count up the exact number of ingots we're using here and see if we're using a full conveyor of ingots, and then we can overclock these to make more wire to fill up these two output conveyors, right?
Yeah, because this conveyor is not going full tilt.
No, not by a long shot. So
Okay, so start overclocking one at a time.
yeah, these last two are already overclocked a little bit. Are all triple overclocked. So yeah, I think
Just go 200% on them for a bit down the line. Okay, I'm starting to overclock them because I'm not getting answers.
I'm trying to do math. I can't answer questions and do math at the same time.
Okay.
We can 250% all of them.
And thanks to me and y'all, my spouse is interested in getting the game. And we'll be getting them a copy when we can afford it. All right. All I want for Christmas is less math. Ficsmas is less math. That's cool. We had the chat disconnect twice in the last very little time.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, this evening stream is really really struggling.
Wow.
Yeah, I've overclocked this side.
And I'm almost at the end of overclocking this side. And I'm going just 200%.
Let's do all the way up to 250.
Oh, I gotta go back over all of them.
I'm going behind you and adding the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hit 250 on here and not max it out with how short this thing is. This is why we're making more sloops, more shards.
Okay.
Chance asks, do you have any cable alternatives? I'm using the quick wire recipe because I have extra but no extra copper.
Yeah.
We unfortunately don't have those alternatives.
Yeah.
That's been one thing we've been really hamstrung in this game, is we really haven't really had the right alternatives yet. Okay. That should be full. That looks pretty darn full to me, Doc.
That is now full. Yep. Now it's overdoing the input that it can get to go down. Okay, so now we got to use more.
Yeah, now it's entirely on the consumption side.
Okay, let's start consuming.
Consume.
Yeah.
Okay, we do that by going up one floor
Okay.
to our cable line and see how well fed that thing is at the moment. It might be... Oh. Nope, it was down a floor. Not up a floor.
Okay. It's interesting how, well, at least when you go up, it stays a little bit above. To this floor. So we're making cable somewhere on this floor?
Yep.
And are you saying it's over here in the area that we've actually... Oh, dear. It's right there.
Yep, right here. And what we should see...
But this is the line that is using it fast.
Oh, so we just improved the line going to the other location?
Exactly. Yep, that's what we did.
Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to do a load balancing. Oh! This actually backed up for a second. What? No, Doc, I think we did improve this.
Okay, because they're just now starting to back up at the end.
Yeah, because, I mean, each one of these machines can hold 500 of them, right? So it's going to take a little while for them to back up.
Yeah, and the end machines are still only get one and two wire. You know, they're staying idle for a moment.
Because this one, this one that I'm hovering over right now, is just now starting to back up, and this one has to almost entirely back up before the next one will.
Yep, and it's increasing its numbers. I'm in the one right across from you.
Oh, okay.
Showing it on the screen.
So it's going to take a little while. Chance said it'd be a video if you did a video where you just talk about some of the biggest problems you have had during your playthroughs.
Yeah.
And how you solve them.
Well, you're getting a big one today.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been one of our biggest.
Okay, so now this snakes its way and goes into this port here. Did we add one more machine at least here? Maybe even 3 more machines?
5, 6, 7. We have 15 machines, and 15 machines times 60 items per minute is 900 items, which means we're already at our limit for the conveyor.
All right.
So this cannot grow without
growing the conveyor.
Yeah, which we could totally tap into this other conveyor, which is just this other vertical one that's behind here. We can always tap into it, put a splitter on it, and carry another conveyor over the top of this one to extend the manifold.
Tap into which one? This copper line that seems to be going 100% is...
No, over here.
The one that we had going up a floor that's not moving very fast?
Yeah, this one right here.
Absolutely.
So, you want me to do that?
Yes. Let's do that and see if... But where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put that line? Just over the top of that line, but we can only have 3.
Okay. We can only add 3 what?
We can only add 3 more machines in the space that we have.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the other thought was, that we can always... Oh no, we're on the wrong floor to do that. Yeah. We can only add 3.
So my suggestion would be go up to the floor that's... okay. What is this doing?
Not big enough. Dang. Kind of sandwich there.
You needed to be farther... Oh, because you're right back up against something else? Yeah, the concrete line.
Okay, I'll try it again. Okay, what's the other idea? I'll keep tinkering with this, but I can replace it and put it right back if we decide to do something else.
It would be nice to split off this line after where it's at. Yeah, you're clipping things. Can you get it closer at all?
That walkway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, but now I'm even closer than going the other direction, so there just isn't room to do it that method.
Okay. What would be nice is being able to take and on the mall floor put a splitter and send it up to like the 4th floor where we can have the room to build another whole line.
On the 4th floor?
Yes.
So the hard part with there is trying to route another cable line up that many floors. I mean, that's an hour's worth of routing to get the cable
Okay,
up there.
then-
Get the
then-
wire up there and back.
Then instead of sending it up through this maze over on this side, why can't we, from the basement, send it up?
Because
One of these.
nothing whatsoever goes up there except for the one line you put going up there. Nothing else has ever gone through there. We go up one direction and down the other way.
Then where do you get up for this?
We go underneath, we go up on the far end.
And we go down on the far end too?
Nope. We go up on the far end and down in the middle.
Do we need that?
I'm gonna go pick up another package, Ada, just for that.
What'd she say?
She said, "Do we need that?" Okay.
I think especially Ada needs some Christmas cheer.
Okay, so either we're going to bring in a new copper line and put it in the new side of the mall so that we can build on the new side of the mall, or we're going to route the existing one that's all backed up over to the other side of the mall so we can build on the new side of the mall. So which do you want to do?
I don't have a good answer for you. Both answers kind of stink.
Just expansion. Those others are going to be needed eventually, and they're going to have bigger throughput later. So eventually it's going to be using it from the existing source. So I think we're going to go get another I think we're going to end up going and getting another mine and bringing the ingots back in.
Yeah. Right now, that's not really the problem.
What? Okay, you and I are having serious disagreements here.
Yeah.
It really is the problem, because either you bring that other line over to this other side so that we can build another manifold, and you're saying it's an hour's worth of work, or we go get another line and bring it in.
But we go get the other line, we bring it in. That other line is now duplicating copper ingots and wire in a new place in the mall.
Yes, it is.
That's the new issue that it brings up. Is it's now creating a new location in the mall for something else.
And I say, so what? Why is that a problem? There's an alternate to that we
Okay.
could just bring the line in and not worry about attaching it to all of the other infrastructure down in the mall area, because we've already got that mall area funded with the things that it
What
needs.
does Deming say about bypasses?
Deming is dead, and he never played Satisfactory.
Then again, Deming also likes modular factories.
That's true too.
So we already kind of blew his vision out of the water.
Okay, so which is it going to be? How are we going to do this?
Well, I think unfortunately your solution is the best proposed solution.
To go get another line and bring it in?
I don't know where we're going to find another line.
Oh, 700 meters away, there's another mine. And I could bring over the interactive map and we could look and see where that actually is. So here's the interactive map, and I need to go to resource nodes and turn these things off and turn copper on.
Alvar says, Merry Christmas, Doc. Glad I could catch your stream while I get some game time in before bed. Hope Mama Doc is recovering well.
Yes, she is. Actually, it's been a while since I've given you an update. She's walking normally now and has very little issues, except for the nerve issues as the nerves are reattaching, and that's of course a challenge, but a challenge that's a lot easier than having a cut foot. So she has some phantom pain now and again. So. There's a normal node right here, and our factory. Let's put our factory in here. This is crazy.
Shano, if you did have a message that we didn't see, you know what? I think we were just in the middle of arguing because we did get one message. It says, "I've also seen all your tips. The point that I made my own playlist." And we'll be putting the two-way train tip to use once we find a suitable spot for the train station. We meaning my friend and I.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so we have two normal nodes just off to the west. Just off to the west here. Actually, three normal nodes right here. Off to the west.
Okay.
And I think that would be a great place to build a lot of ingots real fast and shove them on in. And bring them in.
Wait.
Maybe even dump them in the same... dump them in the truck station. I don't know if you want them there or you want them some other way. I'm not seeing the other one that... Just a second. Let me turn off. How do you turn off our buildings?
Oscar's here. He says, Doc, what's up with your hat?
My hat is a see-through hat. See? We're seeing through. Actually, the hat is green and red. The green screen behind me is the same color green. We didn't think about that when I put, and this is an elf hat through the years. And we didn't think about that until we put it on and said, wait a minute, the hat's green. Oops. Tomorrow, or Wednesday, I'll be wearing a regular Santa hat that'll be red and white, and we'll be able to see. But until then, folks, I have a see-through blue and red elf hat. Oddly enough. Okay. We have the one node that's out here by the truck station, just beyond the Quartz truck station. But these three out here look like likely candidates, Robert, to go ahead and put mines on those and bring back mines and refineries and bring back the ingots and
Sounds good.
Start making another line that is fully funded just by itself. Just make a balanced line that takes it from ingots to copper wire to cable.
Cool.
And solve our problem.
I do want people to know that Doc and I kind of argue a bit like this. Quite often, you know.
Yep, and we always have. He and I have been best buds for a long, long time, and we do construction a lot together. At least when we were younger, we did. But we do most of all our projects together because we've just been close for a long time.
Yep. So, Doc is correct, and we'll follow Doc's decision. And just to let you know, I went ahead and did my solution as well.
You did your solution as well?
Yep.
In doing what?
I did get the bypass line working for the other, not the bypass line, but the working from that other vertical pipe. And I just connected it up just long enough to finish this manifold. So the manifold has the last three machines on it.
Okay.
So that'll give us an incremental improvement, and yours will give us a massive...
A drastic improvement, yes.
Yeah, so...
And out west here is going to be 3 mines, and we'll start work on that. So what time is it? 7:42. Hey, we still have time on this live stream for all of you who still are bearing with our challenging internet woes.
Yep.
We are working every single week to improve those problems. And believe me, they've improved 100%. Is the problem is we're doing it in the evening, and we've had only limited success in it before doing it in the evening, simply because in the evening time there's just a whole lot more activity. People are watching a lot more TV. People are doing more, more things on the internet. So there's just more traffic. And while we've bought a priority line, everybody else's priority line has got the same priority that we do. So
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. How many business lines are there that we're sharing? You know.
okay. Okay, so they're all up this direction, Robert. I hit a little bit south of them.
Oh, okay. And Gabriel says your
Here it
tips
is.
actually helped me beat the whole game, and thank you for this.
Okay.
Cheers to you, Doc.
Here's a copper mine, and we need to mine this node off of the top of it, and we can lay a... All right. We have a normal node here. Just production, miner mark 2, and let's point it... Should we point it towards the... Yeah, let's go ahead and just point it towards the factory. Okay, so let's see if we can see the other mine from here. I would venture to say that's probably it right there. Okay, so let's go see if that's it. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I was wrong. It's way on the top.
Okay, so we're gonna set up just the miners, bring them together, smelt it all up together,
Yep.
And then how do we want to bring it back? Probably a truck, right?
Probably, I don't know. Not quite sure.
Oscar
I'm just not
says.
quite sure how to best bring it back at this point.
Oscar says, sounds like the factory's gotten too big and unorganized. Time to start over.
Nope. Nope. We're going to. Okay, so there's supposed to be. Okay, there's 430 that way, which means I passed over it, and 400 this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go south.
Oscar, this is only Doc's second time through the game, and the first time he didn't really finish it. And yeah, there's definitely some growing pains. And I just can't wait till the next time through, when things are even better.
Yeah, when we do things a little bit better right from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Like going with some of our advice in one of the videos that said, you never have enough room, so make twice as much room as you think you'll ever need.
Yeah. And that was done in reference to us realizing the mall is way too small. The mall space.
We got these 3 nodes here, but that's not what I'm looking for right now, folks.
Zach Rhino asks, do you know what day we can continue with Ficsmas?
Once a day.
Yeah, I think tomorrow is when the next unlock happens for the Christmas tree.
There it is.
Or right now, if you're Tom in Germany. And Tom says, it's time for me to go to sleep now. Hope you guys have fun gaming.
Alrighty. Hope you sleep well. Just point this towards the factory. Boom. Okay, so now the other one's going to be 800 meters to the north. Robert, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm collecting presents.
Can you go catch the one to the north of me?
Sure.
You'd rather collect presents, huh?
Collect presents, then go to the north of you and collect presents?
It's not what I had in mind. No.
You said go to the north and you collect one. Do you mean present?
Yet on the...
I'm sorry, I
Get a mine.
Oh.
Get the last of the 3 mines.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put the factory just right next to our Ficsmas factory.
Yeah, I dropped off all my packages and just ran around, did a sweep of the roof and adjoining places, and now I have another 600.
Yeah.
Okay, Doc. How far north? There's like one 700 meters north.
Yeah. If you're by the Ficsmas factory, then yes, it's about 700 north.
Okay. And you're going to get the other one that's right next to you then?
The one that's right next to me already has a...
No, there's the second one right next to you.
Really?
Yep.
No, I didn't know about that. Let me... ...160 meters this way. There it is. It's right... Okay, this is one of the ones that I thought I saw. Okay, maybe you don't need to go to that one. This is another normal node.
Oh, okay. Oscar thinks I'm being OCD. I'm definitely not Oscar. Nope. I just want everything to be perfect. Okay?
And by definition, that is... Okay, so if we have this and we overclock it, then 200%, we get an output, 250%, we get an output each of 300.
Oh, killing creatures is so much more fun with the candy cane.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. It's satisfying. It is.
Okay, it satisfying, it says.
Killing them with Christmas cheer. And Oscar might be a little bit behind our time, but he says, sounds like her bionic foot fix worked. Glad to hear.
Yep, it did. Not as good as my wrist one, dude. Anyway.
Doc's got more metal in him than... Oof.
Yep. Well, I've got about 2 bionic knees and 2 bionic hips at this point. I'll go to the doctor and figure out what I did to my shoulder. Might end up with a bionic shoulder, too.
Oh. I just got a call from Garrett, which means I missed the Discord call, which means he's wondering what the heck I'm doing playing Satisfactory so late.
And he'll wonder, and I'll wonder why he's not online with us. So we are going to end up with there it is. Yeah, we are going to end up with 900 copper production from these. Now, the question is, do we want to go get that one that I said go north to get, that you said was 700 away?
Did you find all 3 you were looking for?
Yes. These were all 3 that I identified that we needed to go out yet. They're clustered fairly close together. The one north of us is gonna, take a little bit more to get a hold of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already here, so I might as well, I guess, right?
Yep.
And
bring it down by the Ficsmas
this one
factory.
is still impure, so...
It's impure?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't even hardly worth going after him. Which means that when it's overclock 250, what does that do with it? Does it only get it to 150 then?
Is something. Caffeinated says he likes the structural rock in the middle of the factory.
Oh, yeah, right. The structural rock that we couldn't blow up as much as we wanted to.
Probably the one that Garrett decorated so nicely.
That.
And Caffeinated just recognized that your hat is not blue, and in fact is being green screened out.
Yep. That's exactly what's happened.
Doc,
Yes, sir.
we're out of cable. I don't have enough cable to get power.
Just the problem we're trying to solve. That somebody was asking me, why are you, at the workbench making cable
At this stage of the game?
at this stage of the game? Well, you get a workbench, crafting bench, start making cable.
Trying to fix it.
Okay, I've got both of these here. I'm going to bring power to them, and then we can build a platform and start building out the factory. Uh-oh, I've got a frozen thing. Okay, now he's not frozen anymore. He saw me coming, got scared.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm sure.
You're a very intimidating man.
Uh-huh. Especially when I have my candy cane in hand, right? Yes. My beat 'em up candy cane, like
Beat him up, candy cane. Should I? No,
See?
no, don't. That's
Don't. That's a nice. It doesn't even give you any remains.
No, it doesn't.
Oh man, I feel so bad.
You're remorseless.
Not. I'm not. I don't worry about killing animated creatures that don't really exist in true life. Of course, all the social science people say you are a horrible person because you then can't discern truth from reality.
Truth from reality.
Yep, reality from not reality. That I would be willing to kill creatures even when they're not.
Where's that sociologist from this morning's stream? You can tell us what that means.
You can probably tell us that. Yep.
So many gifts.
So many gifts and so little time, right? Okay. It is powered up. We are now getting 900 at this point. And if you can bring in, if you bring in another 350, I guess it would be. It is here.
Are these all being overclocked fully?
Mine are, yes.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and put a merger on this one, Robert, and you can just hook it up to the merger, or I can do it, one of the two. You want me to?
Whatever.
Right. You already have power up to it?
Yep. It's producing.
Very good. Okay. And how much is it bringing back? for numbers purposes?
I guess it'd be 150, right?
You think so? Okay. So we got 450 coming in on one line and pardon me. Yeah, we got 450 coming on one line and 600 coming on the other line.
Excellent.
So let's start building.
So Shano said, for now, until I can figure out a proper setup for my production, as the ones I've made haven't fully done what I wanted, so I'm somewhat temporarily switched out to blueprints until I can figure it out.
Okay. 13 minutes until 500 hours in Pickleworks Warp's 1.0 save game. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Yes. Okie dokie. The one way that we know that the stream is not acting as well is that the average amount of time that people are willing to watch goes down. So, just to give you a comparison this morning, this was fairly stable, except for a couple hiccups that we had on our side. It was fairly stable, and the average, oh, there's 8 eggs.
Just get back to work.
Nope, I'm going to pick up one more package.
Ho ho, oh whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this morning the average view time was...
It was 11 minutes and something, yeah.
Yeah, and right now it's down to about 8 minutes.
Yep.
So, a lot more interruptions, a lot more dropouts.
So we've got to figure out a solution for this. We got to find some internet gurus who solved the same problem we are working on and pick their brains.
Mm-hmm.
Pick their internet brains.
Ho ho, oh whatever.
You must have picked up one.
Yep. Okay, so it's 600 plus 450, so 1,050.
Yep. 1,050.
Okey doke. What are these out here we haven't touched? Oh, we have just 3 normal iron nodes right out here that we just haven't done anything with.
Exactly.
Nice.
Not that we have any use for iron, you know.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could find a use for iron if we tried.
Oh, yeah. Shano says, I've also taken some design ideas from the streams so far, like from one of the oil spots that's nearest to the rocky desert. But you put your own spin on it. Yep. One thing that was fun, like when Doc played when Doc played Factorio for a few episodes, he came up with some rather novel solutions to one of the problems, and had quite a number of people commenting saying, that's not the most efficient thing, but I've never seen anybody solve the problem that way, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah. Okay, we need asphalt here, folks.
You mind if I just start laying down?
Please do. All right, now that they're all asphalt, we can copy them and sloop them all that we can.
Missing cable. Ah! I'm not going to start building. I'm going to go back to crafting cable.
Okay. All right, let me go see what this edge looks like. Is it all even? Oh, I love slooping. It works so well sometimes.
Zooping.
Slooping. It's zooping?
Zoop.
I can't just slooping.
No. Slooping is the doubling. Zooping is the...
Do you really need to finish that sentence?
Anybody not playing Satisfactory would be rather confused by it.
Are you muted again?
No?
Are you away from your microphone enough that I can't hear you on mic?
I leaned back a little bit, but
Yeah, that must have been it because you got loud enough in my speaker to.
okay.
All right, so with 1,050, how many? I'm gonna put one down, one refinery down, and figure out how many refineries we need.
You don't need a refinery.
Don't we need a refinery to do?
Nope.
Okay. Smelter. Okay, I'll put a smelter down.
There we go.
Okay. Now I do know how to play this game. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, we are back. And I'm hoping you can hear us, and can see that we're back. I don't have any indication yet, so if somebody could enter chat and let us know. Turns out we did have a lot of OBS errors thrown, and seeing the OBS errors. Okay. It looks like we are back. Oh, yay. Above average tomato says, yes, sir, you're back. Okay.
We'll see what it looks like.
Okay, let's see if it behaves itself, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these these lines right now, the output of each of these, if they're running full tilt, is 30 per minute, just like the 1,050 that we already have. So we have 30 per minute times how many on these? How many did we count on this each side? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 on this side, so 17 on each side.
Yep.
So 17.
I mean, it should be 1,050 total, is what we're putting in. So that's what we'll get out.
Right, but
Chad already disconnected and came right back. Just once.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the error came right back. Interesting.
Slight frame loss, no complete stops so far.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Let's not prove tomato wrong.
Yes, exactly.
And
we're
got
done.
disconnected again.
525.
Oh my gosh.
We should get 525 out of each line.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so technically these lines should go directly into the depot, as is, or
Yes.
directly into the building as is. Turning it into wire would be doubling the quantity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And turning it into cable would be, I think it's 1-to-1 wire to cable, right?
I think so.
Interesting. Ventral Bayer says it's getting a lot of repeating. And Tomato says some repeats and then seems decent now.
Okay, didn't notice the test. Okay, oh, there we go. He says, yeah, your screen is tearing pretty hard. Got my first break. Gosh, this is
real disappointing.
it's real disappointing. I wish I was in O'Fallon again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we had like 64 gig internet upload.
Second and third in quick sequence. And fourth. Yeah, they're having to constantly retype messages because of discounts. By the way, we really appreciate those of you who are there who are giving us some immediate feedback. That's really helpful.
Really, really helps. Okay, so we should be able to go to blueprints. Yeah, keep watching that and we'll see. Okay, we want the splitter in the middle or the merger in the middle.
Well,
It's gotten not amazing.
breaks to 5 seconds so far.
Wow.
Turning it into cable doubles the quantity. Or sorry, turning it into wire doubles the quantity, but turning it into cable halves the quantity. So if we really want to go full cable, we just we make it all the way to cable just on this little platform We make this one platform and cable, and we send cable in.
Right.
I mean,
That's what we're planning on doing. That's what I'm planning on doing. Maybe drop the 1080p.
we could.
Broadcast at 720.
Oh, that would be really sad. A 720p broadcast.
Yeah, that would be.
Dude, just paying back for those tips.
Using a separate computer for streaming? Yes. My computer is the one that's developing most of the content, and Robert's computer is actually streaming it.
Yep. And I keep my computer a lot lower graphical settings than he does his. So we can handle it.
So, okay. Okay. Oh, Colby is laughing at us. Okay, I get it. No, laughing about the situation, I know.
Yeah.
So, which one doubles it?
Cable.
Okay, if cable doubles it...
Sorry, no. Wire doubles.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
building behind me, and I'm deciding whether to do the...
I'm putting it on the machine to double check.
Okay. And so, the first one doubles it, which means that it needs to have a splitter in the middle.
Yep.
So, we'll do splitter in the middle for the first one. It's got to turn. And which direction are we going here? Looks like we're going to the right. Okay, good. Inputs look like they're to your side.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, it's going to need just as many... It's going to need 17 constructors. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just 2 manifolds back to back. That'd be perfect.
Okay. Because that's 8 times 2 is 16.
And then if you do 2 more manifolds, just flip going the opposite direction, we'll just feed this. Well, no.
The other manifolds need to be merger in the middle.
Oh, man. Yeah, Shano says go to 480. It doesn't hiccup too much at 480. Oh, that's terrible. 480p. I watch 480p on my phone and feel bad.
Well, it defaults to 720 for me now anyway. But the thing is, we'd end up with a stream that is 720 after it's published.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so... Okay, we can talk more about the data we've retrieved when we end the live stream. We're just ending in a half hour anyway, so we're just going to quickly finish the build here and then go.
Okay.
So that was splitter in the middle. The next one should be merger in the middle, and it would go the opposite direction.
Yeah, I just put it right here adjacent to it. And I'm going to build up a second story, and that other line's going to go on the second story and do the identical thing on the second floor, okay? Does that make sense?
Identical to this on the second floor?
Yeah. Because
We're going to do it again, huh?
we need to, because this only handles one lane.
Only handles one lane.
Right, yeah, these 16 constructors right here
Yes?
only does half of this manifold.
Okay, then let's duplicate this, and then upstairs we make the actual one. We got the copper wire, right? No, or the actual cable.
Okay, so just do it the exact same way, go in the exact same direction then.
Okay, so splitter in the middle. Okay. Splitter in the middle. And we're just going to flip it around. So it's going the opposite direction. So, does this look like the right direction, Robert?
No.
No?
Now it's correct.
That's correct. Okay, is it correctly placed? Are we lined up with... There we're lined up. There we're lined up. Okay.
Okay.
Missing cable. Aren't I so lucky? Okay, well, the cable won't replace itself, so we've got to go to the... Okay, I've got to get...
Gotta go
we've got to get 9 more cable.
and make it.
Do we still have the crafting bench still set up?
No, I had to get rid of it.
Okay, that's fine. Put up another one.
Oh, and Shadow says he is on his phone watching it at 480p. Yeah. Yeah, they're getting a 2 to 4 second buffer freeze, then continues normally. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, it's been a crazy experience here.
Yeah, this has been really bad.
This is kind of the worst quality we've ever had.
Trying to compete with too many other users of internet in the evening time.
Yeah, Tomato says 480p. What are we streaming on, a potato? Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
You know,
Alright. So like you said, this takes up half of everything we needed.
yeah. You know, Colby does note that you can use a third PC for handling the streaming.
Really?
Yeah, and we could. Basically, I would just set up another monitor here on my second desk for a different one, right? But to be honest, it really is not our computer setup. It is entirely our upload speed. That's what's being throttled. I used a significantly worse PC than this when we were at our previous location streaming, and we were able to stream higher quality than this all day long.
But we had cable internet then.
But we had much better internet. So it's a connection issue, not a PC strength issue. I have an Intel 12th gen. Doc's got a 13th gen. We're both rocking NVIDIA 4070s with, appropriate motherboards and
Yeah. So
I have an absurd amount of memory. Doc has an ungodly amount of memory.
yeah, I no empty power connections on that one. Okay, fine.
10-5 Tune says, happy Ficsmas. Well, happy Ficsmas to you as well. You like the low ceilings?
Well, I keep hitting my head, but such is life.
I guess I'll start assigning them to making wire.
Yeah, do that. That'll help me identify which ones are not getting power yet. Okay, those are all getting power. And these need help still.
Yeah, no power.
Okay, they've got power. So everything's powered up here. And they are all pumping out the pumping out the stuff. Well, the right-hand side is anyway. They're all full all the way to the end.
Okay.
What's not happening here? Those are okay.
Yeah, it says your internet is being bottlenecked, not your PC. Yeah.
Oh,
If my
good
PC,
grief.
to be honest, I'd prefer if my PC was bottlenecked, because then I could tell Doc, hey, look.
Oh, Robert.
What? Your power's in the wrong spot.
Not my power's in the wrong spot. The other, anyway,
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
that was pointed the wrong direction. So
Oh.
the two of them were pointed towards each other.
Oh.
Now, would you kind of try to... Okay, come on.
Okay. You had it almost perfect, just...
The thing is, I can't build it. I'm missing wire. Now, how can I deconstruct something and not have enough wire after deconstructing to rebuild it?
That doesn't make any sense, but I'm uploading some. That is weird. Why is that?
And I did not have a deconstruct crate.
No. That's weird. That happened to me earlier, and I thought that was a little weird. Yeah, if we had Ethernet, it just wouldn't be an issue. You're right. Ah. Yeah, okay, spin it around. There we go.
Is that right? And
That's
is it
it.
close enough? All right. The poles are still there to connect. To wire them. Just have to find a pole here that has empty space. There it is. And now we just have to pull what to do. Okay, green, 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 green everywhere. Okay, green. We were green everywhere until... Oh. Okay, you're gonna build on top of glass.
Yeah. See, that's why it is so super dark now, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be perfectly lined up. I'll help. I'll be up here and watch to help you line up. So your inputs, which are going to be on the outside, line up perfectly.
Okay. Blueprints, and we're gonna merge her in the middle this time. And
Yeah. Spin it around.
yep.
Okay, to the left. Okay, hold there. Hold. That's correct.
Okay, am
Build
I
it.
close enough to the wall? To the okay. Okay, that's lined up. And there's the next one. Is it the right direction?
Yes, it is.
And then we should be able to just go over here and do it again. And that's okay. I'm going down to the
Oh, cable again?
cable again. Yeah.
Wow, it sucked up all my cable and you used it immediately. Yeah. This is how bad we let the problem get, man. Holy cow. The Vengeful Bear. Anybody else need someone to play with? I've been going solo with my current world and still have yet to finish the game. Currently on phase 4. I tell you what, Vengeful Bear, there are people who like to live stream like all day long on our Discord server playing Satisfactory. So if you make sure you get into Discord and send me a private message as soon as you get in Discord. I'm one of the admins on the server. My name is Malevolo, and I'll make sure you get your Discord privileges and everything else. Okay? And then if you live stream there or hang out in the chats, there's always people there. And definitely could find somebody who would like to, who you guys could team up with and play together. And for anybody else, I don't have it pinned. I keep on forgetting to pin it. Let me give everybody else an invite for the 20 people who are there. All are likely probably part of the Discord already. If you are not part of the Discord, please join. It's so much fun hanging out and seeing everybody's builds. My favorite part is the showcase where people post their awesome builds. And every Tuesday stream we do, Tuesday morning stream, our normal scheduled one, not this crazy evening one, we do a showcase where we show off everybody's builds and share with the whole streaming audience the awesome things that we built on the server.
Okay, you need to tell me when I'm lined up, Robert.
Okay, I'm almost back.
Left?
Let's go in the correct direction. Yeah, left by 1 tick. Okay, checking. Good.
I was going the right direction and everything?
Yep, how about that? That's it. Oh, by the way, Chance says report the bug. It's been happening too.
It's a what?
The bug where when you deconstruct something, you don't get all the materials back. He's been having that issue.
Okay.
So we are not alone.
Yeah, the one thing we're learning with the Discord server is that we're not alone, literally. All the issues that we've been having, with the exception of our personal internet issues, but issues that we've complained about are generally issues that other people are having. Even the bug that I have that, in fact, let's look at my inventory. Nope, they've not come back at this point. I kept on having the same items keep coming back and coming back and coming back. So I just put them in the dimensional depot. Actually, I just sync them because, you know, there's just no reason to have some of that stuff in my bags anyway.
Okay, so what do we do? Once we have this built.
We connect it to we bring it back as is and connect it to the line that supplies the dimensional depot and the mall.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, in fact, we have a... Cool.
And you figured out which line to connect over there, okay? So they're all working. And you've told them what to do, obviously. Okay, let's harvest some wire.
Interesting.
What's that? Harvest some cable now, which should be coming out this end, right? Yes. As these get filled up, they're going to stop that line again. But it looks like we're utilizing a lot of our copper that's coming out.
Some of these are not.
They're not filling up?
They're not receiving any. Yeah. They are not properly connected. This is just a blueprinter issue because we've used the same blueprint so many times. And now it's receiving. Yeah, a number of these just aren't receiving anything.
Okay, so upgrade just upgrade the conveyor in a lot of cases, and it will connect.
Which means we need a truck stop, don't we?
Probably. Okay, so this one is not outputting. This one here is not outputting. Yeah, it's not receiving wire. What? It looks like it's receiving wire. It looks like it's full on this end.
Yeah, that's the issue I was seeing.
Interesting.
Shano says, speaking of which, I've been meaning to do this for a while now. Shano just became a member.
All right.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Caffeinated says, if I remember correctly, some other people in the Discord were thinking of starting a world together, including himself, so that he could always join him. That would be fun. Cool.
Oh, I see this one. This one's got two different okay, now look. Still not receiving anything. There it goes. Okay, got this one running. Are there others? Okay, there's several others. Okay, it's getting wire. Do we have a situation where it's just not getting enough? Over on this side, it's completely full, and it's, you know,
Well, everything
stopped
down
up.
here is green down below, but our outputs are not full. Why is everything green down here, but our outputs are not full? Because, okay, yeah, because they wouldn't be full. Okay, they're around half full.
Yeah, this one just isn't getting enough wire yet.
Okay, well, we should just leave it be for now.
Yep.
Everything will overload. So,
Okay. So, you know, like Robert said, if you join the Discord, there is a live stream area, members area. Not a members area. It's just open to everybody, right?
Absolutely.
And there's people live streaming there fairly frequently, and you know, so you can make up your own live stream and work on your worlds and such. I'd love to connect with other folks too, and do that as well. So you're making a road, and we've got an intersection, and you've raised the pipes already. My, you are ambitious. And there's the truck stop.
Nice thing about blueprints when they work is it makes it really easy to do big stuff very quickly.
Yep, it does.
You know?
Now you just get rid of the barricades there, and yeah, exactly. Make sure that they don't fall off over there. Yeah, which the barricades
here we
won't even
kidding.
prevent, but
Yeah, I'm gonna fall off. Well, I think actually setting up the truck and everything is a bit beyond the scope of today's episode or today's stream, but
yep,
I think we
we're
can.
done today.
I think we can get those lines connected up to the truck stop.
And thanks for everybody that was patient with us as we worked out live stream issues. We're going to keep working on it and see what happens. I'd hate to stream at 720, but if that's what we have to do to get a smooth stream that everybody can at least enjoy, seamlessly with us, we'll do that. As much as we'd like to have a full 1080p live stream at 60 frames per second. If the internet won't handle it, we just will. If our internet won't handle it, then we will just have to do something else. So, are we going to try 2 truck stops or just 1?
No, I think I just flipped it over here. There's no reason to have to, do that silliness.
Yeah, to monkey with having to.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Is it just not, the road just isn't far enough or something? It's not wanting to go down and link in with it?
Yeah. It says a player's in the way now. I think that's you.
Well, if it's me, I get out of the way. Looks like you have to go down still.
Can you check height for me?
Down. Down. Down, down. Down, down.
I'm not even looking at the road anymore. Let me try from looking from over here. See if I can get a better angle at it.